Oh, shit. What an emotionally charged, what a waiting on bated breath type of weekend. The heat is heavy, the humidity is heavy, the air is so thick right now, and that's emotional, that's physical, that's the environment around us. Welcome everybody. Welcome to the show, to the community get-together, to the smoke sesh, the talky-talk. Welcome, everybody. It's Highly Motivated with me, Oraganji. Lots to get to tonight, a lot to talk about. Many things are happening. Many things are happening. Oh, look at this. We got Gavin popping right in at the beginning of the show. That's awesome. Wait. It was awesome, and then he just disappeared. East Coast, welcome to the show. East Coast Visual Media. Oh, wait, Gavin's back. Here we go. Welcome, Gavin. Welcome to the show this evening. How are you?
Thank you. I'm doing pretty good. You?
You know, I'm better, and I'm going to give everybody an update on what's happening, what's going on. Not necessarily the best news, but better news. And better news is better than terrible news.
Right.
The cat wants to leave right at the beginning of the... Oh, sorry, cat, go. Okay. Right at the beginning of the show. Say the cat doesn't want to hang out. The cat knows I go live. They're like, oh, that's it. I'm leaving. East Coast Visual Media, Major Nugs, Major Ganji. Welcome to the show. Welcome to Highly Motivated. You as well, Gavin. Welcome as always.
Thank you.
It's a better mood today. So let me start the show really quickly. A little update about Angie's father, about Bill Reisner. So they transferred him to another hospital. The bleeding in the brain has stopped, or they've gotten everything under control. It doesn't necessarily mean it's good. And by the way, I want to say, everybody, thank you for sending your vibes, your good energy. Thank you for raising the roof in frequency and power. Thank you, everybody, because it makes a difference. He's alive. So Angie's dad is alive. And this is excellent news. That's excellent news. The news that's not so great is the brain bleeding may have caused maybe I'm not sure how to phrase what it's doing. But right now the brain bleeding that has already occurred is causing him to speak incoherently or speak clearly, but not like he's talking to anybody in particular. He's just talking.
So it messes up like a certain nerve in the brain or something.
That's what we're thinking. He went through an EKG and an MRI. They're doing different things right now.
Yeah.
They're doing different things so we can find out a little better what's happening, what's going on. For one, I do feel better. I know Angie feels better, but she's still, her brain's all over the place because it's her dad. And she wants to be there by his side. She wants to get him to feel better, of course. And I understand all these things, and I agree with her entirely. I mean, but at the same time, we need to find out what's going on. So right now, the good news is he's alive. The we don't know news is that he's talking almost like he's having visions, almost like he's going back through, the brain and replaying certain things out loud. But I do want to say, continue, please, everybody, continue sending excellent vibes to Bill Reisner, sending excellent vibes to Angie's dad. I appreciate the energy, everybody. I really do, and I want you just to keep it going so that he can have a quick recovery. And that's the most important thing. A quick recovery with minimal. I know there's going to be brain damage there. I know there's going to be something wrong, but let's hope that it's minimal.
Right.
And so sometimes you just have to hope for the best. Sometimes you have to really hold out for excellent positive forward momentum, good energy for better outcomes. And right now, again, I'm pleased as punch that he's doing better. The bleeding has stopped. The brain hemorrhaging has stopped. It's not an aneurysm, or it is, it isn't. Again, we still don't know. So wild, sitting on pins and needles. That's why I said, so this weekend, the energy has been, it's been thick. The air is thick. But there's a lot to talk about tonight. There's a lot for us to get to. We had a short show on Friday because, again, we had found out about the news about Angie's dad right before the show. But this show, a little better prepared. We've had a very deep thinking, planning type of weekend. But there's positive. There's positive all around us. Mm-hmm. So Gavin, before I get into some of these micro topics and bits and pieces that I'm going to be talking about tonight, tell me about your business. What's going on? What do you have planned?
Well, I'm just trying to basically get it started right now. And when I get it started...
What are you doing to get it started? What are you doing? What are you doing? Tell me what you're doing. Sell me your business right now. What fucking steps have you taken every single day to get a business going? Because remember, being in business for yourself is harder than working for anybody else. Working for anybody else, you don't have to have your heart in it. Working for anybody else, they give you the hours. You don't have to make them. When you work for yourself, you make all your own hours. If you're gonna be successful, it's because you push yourself. If you're gonna be successful, it's because you don't say no.
Right.
So talk to me. Tell me.
Right now, it's not going so good. I'm just trying to find a job right now, so I can get some money to put.
Do you have the equipment to do the power washing?
I got a small power washer, but it's not enough to get off that shit off the concrete.
No. Okay. But the small power washer could do houses. You could.
It's just gutters mostly.
Gutters. Okay. Well, you need to upgrade to a better system, and maybe you need to rent a power washer for a larger job. So don't say no to a larger job.
Right. No. I know.
Go rent a power washer. Maybe if you get a big job, let me know. We'll go find the pawn shop and I'll get you a power washer. Aww. And then you'll get the fuck out there. No, I'm serious. And you get out there and fucking power wash. You will power wash the shit out of things. Don't think it's free. You're going to come power wash some shit at my house.
Right.
Power wash the shit out of some shit. And then you'll be like, I'm exhausted. I'm like, there you go. But no, I want you to make it. I want you to do well. And also send me your digitals so I can get them all over the Facebook groups. Send me a digital business card and we'll get something out there. And you want to get the wheels moving.
Right. I got you. I'll send you one after the show.
So, speaking of that, I want to let everybody know, and we'll probably talk about it again later on in the show. So this weekend, me and Cowboy from THC, the horticulture, on Saturday, we went out to a location. So there's positives, there's negatives, and we really don't know anything yet, but I'll tell you what I know. Okay, so we went looking for a Ganji Fest location for next year. And by the way, we will be throwing a holiday party this year.
Ooh.
This year, in December, we are going to be throwing a holiday party. It won't be as big as our Ganji Fest, but it's going to be a pre-run, an advertisement for Ganji Fest, a get-together, a pre-smoky, a holiday smoky. So get that in your heads. We're going to have a holiday fest, a cannabis holiday party with gift giving and shit like that.
Is that like a special one you gotta get special tickets to?
So that one I might try to hold in a place like the Glass Factory or a small venue, a small enough venue where we can get a couple hundred people in there. Get some vendors, get some great bands, get a DJ, have like some really cool EDM music, like some good dubstep EDM kind of feel,
That's the shit I'm in for.
and that would be absolutely amazing. So we're gonna do that in December. It'll be a December dubstepping cannabis party. I'm already excited for that, and super excited for Ganji Fest. So next year, Ganji Fest. So me and Cowboy went to go look at locations, and we went to a place out here in Melrose. Okay, it's huge. It's like 60 acres. It's got a pond. It's got overnight camping. It's got insane amounts of parking. It has a covered area for a stage. And it has 2 big fields for vendors and just festivals. Well, great location. But the 18th, which is the Saturday, it's the 17th or the 18th, which is the Saturday before 420. All right, so the weekend before, they're booked. They're booked. They are booked. And they are owned by a church.
Oh.
The land is owned by a church. So it's a 50-50 that they even allow us to have it there. And East Coast, thank you very much. I was just looking over. East Coast said that we've added Phil Reasoner, Angie's dad. They added him to a couple of prayer groups of our family and church. Thank you. Thank you thank you. I think it's the energy of the group. I think it's the energy of the people that helped pull Bill through. I think, I really do think our energy helped somewhere. Somewhere it helped. And I'm not taking credit for anything because obviously the hospitals did something. Angie thinks it was the medication that an idiot doctor put him on. So a couple of months ago,
that can happen. That can cause, some medications can cause like inner bleeding.
Yeah.
Blood tumors.
But it was a brand new location, medication. It was a brand new doctor. And even at the time, and it was one of these things that the doctor said, you've got to get on this. You've got to take this and you can never get off of it. So that's like the last medication I will ever trust in my life. If they say, you've got to take this and you can never stop taking it. Well, you could shove that medication up your ass. I'm not taking it. I'm not taking something that you think I have to take and that you think I have to take forever. That's some bullshit. That's a bullshit. But he believes, so her dad is one of those guys, I mean, you know, he believes in pharmaceuticals. He believes in the doctors. There's nothing else he can do but trust.
Right.
So he takes the medication, and since then, things have been a little off. And then, of course, shit hit the fan the other day, and brain hemorrhaging, brain bleeding.
Yeah.
So that's so dangerous. And anytime that happens, there's going to be some kind of damage. But they said he's cognizant. He's there. He was smiling, you know, and he's all with it. He's smiling, which is great. But he wasn't saying anything. And then when he did, it's like he was talking about something else to somebody else.
Right.
But you know something? It inspired like a spoken word in me, which I'll do in a moment. So anyways, we're still looking for a location for Ganji Fest. I want to remind everybody the grand opening for Goldflower Cannabis in Tallahassee is going to be the 20th of this month. So this coming month, because this is the last day of the month right now. So come the 20th of next month, we're doing a big grand opening in Tallahassee, Goldflower Cannabis, a medical cannabis provider. I happen to be smoking a little bit of Mac 10 right now.
That's what we're smoking on too.
You're smoking Mac 10? Huh?
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome.
Oh, I got
I didn't know he was smoking Mac 10. I'm smoking it. He's smoking it. Who else? Who knows who else is smoking a little bit of Mac 10 right now? It could be like we're connected through strains.
Right. I got not a connection. A question about the Ganji Fest. So I had asked about the security thing. If you need security.
You can help organize and create. We're gonna have to have an actual We're gonna have to have an actual security company that is licensed and bonded.
Okay, yeah, okay.
I've been looking into a few things. We're gonna have to have an insurance rider, probably bring in some portable toilets, maybe a portable stage, maybe get a fucking permit, maybe not. If we hold it at a private place, we don't need a permit.
I see, okay.
At least I'm pretty sure we don't. I know somebody else is gonna get out of here, but like, no, damn it, you need a permit wherever you go.
Well, my brother knows how to build shit too.
If your brother knows, well, we are going to be building a lot of sets on location. So we're going to be building out some walls. We're gonna create such a vibe wherever we pick. But we don't have a location yet, and this is killing me.
Right? No, I told my brother we don't have a location yet. It's not.
But look around. Look. I would love a campground that also has a stage. You know, kind of like the Spirit of Swanee.
I never heard of that, but
the Spirit of Swanee, you'd love. We could do 20, 30,000 people over there. It's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. And we could have gotten in, but they're busy that weekend.
Yeah.
So we need to find the place. Now, here's another option. And I'm kind of liking it. It's a little expensive, but everything's taken care of. Permits, insurance riders, security, bathrooms, liquor sales, even though I don't give a shit about liquor sales, but holy shit. So this would be the Heartwood soundstage. Heartland or Heartwood in Gainesville.
Okay.
Look it up. Tell me what you think.
I'll look it up.
Yeah, because, get a fresh perspective on it. Take a look at it. Now, it can hold 1,400 people. So that looks like it's going to be the next place me and Cowboy are looking at. And by the way, I appreciate all the help Cowboy has given. I just want to throw that out there. Good vibes, good positivity to Cowboy of the horticulture. He's just an awesome dude. And I want to say thank you. Thank you very much for all the energy and effort that you are putting towards the Ganji Fest. Goopy Chunk. Everybody welcome. Goopy Chunk. Goopy Ganji.
Can you camp out here?
Chunks of Ganji. Ganji Chunk. Welcome. Highly motivated. What's that?
Can you camp out here in Heartwood?
No.
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 Okay.
That's the downside. But it offers everything for a one-day festival.
No, it
Forget
looks
about the
really
Sunday.
cool. I don't know if y'all can see that.
Yeah. Look, the stages look amazing. We can get some great local groups, and they've got connections with really good artists as well, like local artists and shit like that. So that's a big possibility. And I'm throwing this out there. You tell me what you think. You're close to the place. There's the drive-in movie theater.
Oh yeah, that place is cool. I just hate the person that runs it.
I hate the person who runs it as well. Okay. Well, at least we're in the same place.
There's a few people I know that hate him too.
I mean, I don't hate him. I just wish he would give a shit and stop selling his food, which is gross. Because you can't bring any food trucks in. I've tried doing events with him before, and he ended up screwing it up, keeping a deposit. Don't even want to talk about the guy. Lost money because of him. Goopy, how am I? I'm better. Angie is better. We're both better. Her dad is stable. He's stable. The brain bleeding has stopped because they've also taken him off the medication. So we're tying one and one together. The medication possibly causing brain bleed. He's not all there. So I'm authentically letting everybody know where he stands, what's going on. So that's where I'm at. It's on the back of my brain. I'm still thinking about it, but definitely in better energy today. Exotic Alchemy coming to us on the Insta Cha-Cha. Welcome, Exotic Alchemy. Highly motivated. Drinking tea, incredibly sweet tea. No coconut water today because I ran out. No soda. I did have a couple of days of soda. Yesterday I had soda. The day before I had a soda. But
what
it's okay.
Kind of soda?
Blackberry Dr. Pepper.
Oh.
If you're going to have a soda, You're
It
going to
has
drink
to
this.
be Dr. Pepper.
It's got to be Dr. Pepper and some variation of it. But I do want to mention we have some micro topics tonight. We have some things to talk about. I'm just going to throw them out there and we will get to them in a moment. Pole shift.
What is that?
A pole shift, a magnetic pole shift
Okay.
of the planet. Just sit on that for a moment. Sit on it. I mean, don't sit on it. Don't sit on the pole that
Don't
might
sit
be
on the
shifting.
pole.
Don't. Okay. Recently, Elon Musk had made some claims that he has technology now that'll change the world. Technology now that is going to change energy forever.
They already did.
Well, I know. And with his Neuralink chip, they have a new breakthrough that they want to talk about. But they haven't yet. They've hinted at it. And then today, or maybe yesterday, or maybe it was Friday, I don't know. I get the news maybe a little late. Trump made claims. Now get ready for this. Trump made claims that we have the ability, have the medication to bring the dead back to life. We can
That's
save
crazy.
people on death's door and bring them back to life. We can save terminally ill patients and bring them back to healthy. We have medication to extend the human lifespan. What?
That's crazy.
So it's going to be the rich that survive. It'll be the rich that get whatever they have available. Who are they? Who are they? That's also something, micro topic tonight. Who are they? When I say they, or them, or them, or they, them, would that be a pronoun? Is they, them a pronoun? Out of all those pronouns, I mean, no, is they, them a pronoun? Holy shit, the fucking Illuminati has its own pronoun?
I don't know.
So, no, you don't have to acknowledge that you're Illuminati. Instead, you are they, them. Okay. So they, them would be the Illuminati, the government, secret organizations, religious zealots. I don't know. Those that are in power, those that are in with the right groups, the right Epsteins. I said it because he's only part of the puzzle. The
Epstein's
puzzle.
still alive. I don't know if you've seen the video of St. Pete.
St.
like-
Pete. Wait, St. Pete. Wait, Pete.
Saint-
Wait, damn it, I can't.
St. Pete. Oh my God.
St. Pete. So I saw this guy, and he does look a lot like the Epstein guy.
He does.
It's not, but he's capitalizing. Basically, he's some putz, and then now he's capitalizing on his putziness. Whatever. He wants his 10 minutes of fame, his 15 seconds of fame, whatever. Capitalize, make your money, take your retirement, and then hide.
Yeah, hide.
Because eventually,
Because they're
I don't
coming
think that's
for you.
well, karma's a weird thing.
It's the same thing like Nature Jab. If you watch the dude that made the gasoline from plastic.
Plastiline.
Yeah, plastiline. And he disappeared for a while, supposedly. And he came back, and he's all of a sudden he's not disappearing again. Think about this. He got took already. They sent him back out. He's a part of government now.
So, I am a conspiracy theorist, but not so much a conspiracy theorist. More an individual that brings truth to the table, brings
That
the
is
facts
true.
of a situation. I bring facts, and within my facts, that's truth. I mean, if you're even a simple person of simple intelligence that puts 1 + 1 = 2, Well, then, damn it, I'm giving you 1 + 1. And that's what I bring to the show. I'm not confusing you. I'm not making it complicated. I am just bringing the facts to the table. You assimilate and put them together how you please. But a lot of the things we've talked about on this show are so real that, yes, if we had a bigger audience, I'd be a little afraid.
Right.
If we had a big audience, but we do have a big audience. I mean, we do and we don't. We have the right audience. We have the right minds. We have a lot more people watching than actually acknowledge that are watching the show.
We have the good people watching and a good amount of people.
So everybody watching is good people? All you people are now good people. Per Gavin. Gavin's like, listen, if you're watching the fucking show, you're good people. I was watching back some clips that I didn't post because I had the worst potty mouth. I every second word was an F-bomb. It was F-bomb this, F-bomb that, F-bomb this. And I'm like, oh, I can't put that. I mean, if I say it once, if I drop an F-bomb once or twice within a couple of sentences, I'm like, okay. But within a sentence, dropping it like 4 times, I was like, that, even for me, that's too much.
Right.
Even for me. And I don't realize I'm doing it until I go back and watch it. And then I'm like, oh.
It just happens.
It just happens. Well, that's why. So I used to be a DJ, a radio DJ. And as a radio DJ, you speak like this because you don't want to make a mistake. You speak different. Like right now, I'm speaking differently, slower, more precise. Everything is thought about because you can't say the wrong thing on the air because then you get your licensing taken away.
Right.
And an FCC fine can be more. It can be a total ban on radio. And I never, when I had that job, I never wanted to endanger that. Okay. So, talking about a lot of different things. Pole shift, Elon Musk, a little Trumpy Trump. Also, there's an eclipse happening on August 12th, which could be, and it's not a regular eclipse, it's a lining up of all the planets in our solar system, and possibly lining up with, are you ready this? Planet X, Nibiru. Nibiru, Planet X, the brown dwarf that we can't see with the naked eye. I think, I don't know what to think. Well, so I start hearing chatter of different things. And remember, we spent a whole week of shows on aliens. We talked about aliens because that was out there. That's what people were hearing. Disclosure, distraction, bullshit from the government. But even I have to mention some of the things that they've been releasing are mind-blowing. Mind-blowing pictures and videos and documents.
I've been keeping up with it ever since we've talked about it.
And you do you see it? You see what I've been
wild.
talking about? It's wild. They've even come out and admitted to multiple different species.
Yeah, retired workers too.
Wow. Yes, that's where it gets pretty wild. Everybody welcome Blaine Hilton to Highly Motivated. Blaine, it's always a pleasure for you to jump on the show. Thank you very much. And Blaine's joining us from the Insta Cha-Cha. Tonight, we are live on Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitch, Kick, Rumble, YouTube, and then we will be rebroadcasted later on Facebook. I think it's pretty exciting though. Look, tonight we've got great energy. Howdy, Blaine, it's good to see you. And again, it is a pleasure to have you here. Let me just send a wave out to you and a wave out to Exotic Alchemy. So you can wave at people over here. Just press a button. Hello. People, this is a show that's not a show. we don't really have set expectations. Don't come here with expectations. There aren't. This will not ever be what you think it will be. It's already everything I've ever wanted it to be. It's exciting. It's community. It's friends. It's catching up. Energy, exchange, frequency, traveling. I don't feel as though we are a little pond anymore, sending out ripples into the world. But instead, we are not the pond. Maybe we are like a big lake. We're like a gigantic lake. I will go with like that. I'm going to go with the lake. We could be an ocean, a small section of the ocean, but let's go with a giant lake. Let's build ourselves up to an ocean. We are, wait, Blaine just said Masters of the Universe is coming out on Friday. We are Masters of the Universe. We are all Masters of the Universe. Are you going to go see it, Gavin? Masters of the Universe, or stream it or something?
What?
The new movie. Masters of the Universe. Yes. Wait, you don't know what the fuck Masters of the Universe is?
No.
See, I dropped an F-bomb for him because this was the greatest cartoon. It was He-Man. Look, that's right. You're talking about He-Man. I'm talking about He-Man. I'm saying we are Masters of the Universe. But I do know you're talking about He-Man. He-Man and Grace and the power of Grayskull. No! Get out of here. What are you doing? Go look up some YouTube of He-Man, Masters of the Universe. You're going to go, look, it's going to change your life. It's going to change your life. Some of the best cartoons ever. This is the age of cartoon that I came from. I had a He-Man playset. Now, am I going to see the movie? I don't know. I don't know. I saw a trailer.
Live action?
It is a live action. Yeah.
No, it messed it up.
Exotic Alchemy is like, that takes me back. It does. It takes me back as well. I think. It was one of the. I had this like battle tank. I had a car. I had a whole bunch of He-Man shit. And I had the action figures. No, that takes. You don't know He-Man. Holy shit, dude.
No.
What's going on in your life?
That they take from cartoon and they turn it into live action.
This is an old cartoon, though. Well, all right, but here's the thing. And I'm not going to defend it because I don't know. The only live action right now that I am, like, totally about is Fallout. Fallout's live action series on Prime.
Good.
Amazing. No. That's amazing.
Pretty good too. And that's the only one I like. How to Train Your Dragon.
You know what else? No. One Punch. Or not One Punch, One Piece.
One Piece is pretty good too.
The way they've done One Piece is incredible. I mean, incredible.
The themes they did too. The 100, like, I don't want to spoil it. How far are you into it?
In which one? In One Piece?
One Piece. Yeah.
I haven't. No. I haven't watched any of the new ones yet.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I can't say.
So I watched everything from like the first season.
I can't say anything, man.
Really? Oh, I gotta.
You gotta watch the second season, man.
You're absolutely right. I've definitely got to watch the second season. I haven't. I'm looking for shit to smoke. I've prepared myself so that I'm not searching throughout the show, but I'm looking. I've got my pipe. I've got my venti. So I've got my Puffco Proxy. I've got my venti. Oh, good. You got your bowl packed over there. Let me turn this on. Little button. Boom, boom. I put a little bit of this Goldflower cannabis. This is the cheesy Cosmo. The Royal Cheesy Cosmo Goldflower cannabis. I'm telling you, if you have a medical card and you're here in the state of Florida, you go see Goldflower cannabis. Wow. Now, I put this on low heat.
Literally just expired. I have to renew mine.
See, I'm just sipping it. You don't have to hold it in. Even though holding it in a little while, it's already expanding. It's already doing its thing. I'm going to take a moment. Cleans out the lungs. It's still on. Just turned itself off.
That hurt.
Oh, did you take a stale hit there? We were all just taking a hit break. I'm doing the live rosin, which I have to tell you is delicious. Let me just show you what I was just doing. This is the Royal Cheesy Cosmo. Look at that gorgeous color. Look at that beautiful color. And that is a rosin batter. Gorgeous color. Look at that. And this stuff, it hits like a ton of bricks. Now, I do it at a low heat, so my body can assimilate it a little bit easier. But a lot of people do what's called dabs, and dabs are a high heat, which you could do. You can use the same device. You just set it to high heat. I have mine sitting at a low heat. I like the taste. I like the aroma and the smell.
This is just expired. I didn't do a tea break.
Wait, you're doing a tolerance break. So I've been on a 48. What's a 48 hour tea break? 48 hour? Let me see. Did you see Ireland brought in new customs charge where it's $3 for every item in the order? Really? Ireland just wants to charge you. I need to pay stupid state fees. Mine just expired, and I just did the doctor part. So, oh, that sucks. So you go and so East Coast went and renewed with the doctor, but now he's got to pay the state, and you pay the state once a year, doing a cleanse and a detox. Okay, are you doing any fasting by chance, or are you just doing a tea break? He's like, damn it, I need to eat. I need to eat, Oren. I can't be smoking weed, so I need to eat. Holy shit. I was showing your work to somebody up in the upper echelon of Goldflower, on the Florida Strain Registry, and they were just like, "We love this. How do we get involved into this?" So East Coast worked me up an offer sheet of what you would offer a dispensary to get involved. To get involved into the Florida Strain Registry, because they love it. And highly motivated Oraganji, I want to be involved as well. So, okay. Oh, wait a second. We got Oreo crackers. Kyle, welcome to Highly Motivated. Welcome to the show. Yeah, I just did a 24-hour water fast. Okay. Doing turmeric and ginger tea right now to break the fast. Wow. Well, congratulations. I need to start doing a fast. Like no drinking, no eating, no nothing. Totally resetting the body. 24 hours. Wow.
That's what I need to.
Yeah, I mean, just to reset the chemicals in the body, reset, not necessarily reset my tolerance levels, because you're going to be surprised. If you drink a cannabis tea, you are resetting your tolerance levels. You're taking a tolerance break because you have to. You don't have a choice. I mean, you have a choice. There's always a choice. But you don't act. So letting you know, taking a tolerance break can be done by resetting your microbiome, your gut flora. You reset this that's happening here, and it resets the tolerance levels that are happening here. Magic. Okay. You see, Goopy is asking, is your Instagram the same name as Twitch? I don't know.
No, I don't think so.
No, my Instagram is 0420X. So O is in Orin, and then 420. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing with my hand over here. 420. That's what I wanted to do. Okay. So it's O 420 X. You like that? I like that. I thought that was fancy. That was like some fancy, like, what is he doing? He's like doing game signals.
That was pretty good.
Right?
I liked it.
I'm gonna do it again because I thought it was pretty cool. So O, no wait, that's because that could still be 0. Wait, because wait. 420. So O, what would be the O? Do I do this fucking twice? Do I come over here? Do I O?
No.
But one's a 0 and one's an O. Right.
Oh.
One's a letter, one's a number.
Oh.
So O and 0. O and 0. So this is
No,
wait,
O?
this is O and this is 0.
Yeah, maybe.
Why would this be 0? What the fuck is
the
this?
number right here.
Okay. I will go with that because it's fucking numbers. Sure. I'm gonna practice this. So everybody, it's O.
Oh.
O.
I can't use
So
my
O.
other hand.
Okay, wait a second. That works better. O. Well, you got to be like O 420X on Instagram. Boy, that was like a long story to get over to that. Instagram O420X but I'm also, you know something? I'm a lot of things. I don't even know what I am anymore. And in that, I hope you find me on one of the multiple different channels that we are. O420X on Instagram. Oraganji on Twitch, Kick, and Rumble. Oran, O-R-A-N, Allen on Instagram and Facebook. What'd I miss? YouTube, look up Highly Motivated with Oraganji. But I think it's Oraganji. Either one should bring you to me. And the reason we go live on all these different channels, I just want to let you know, the reason we go live is in case they kick me off of one network, we come in on another. Like tonight, I think we're on TikTok. We're back on the TikTok, probably just for tonight. They'll kick me off again. They only let me on for like what? I've been in TikTok jail for a long time, for like 2-3 weeks. Maybe a month. Time flies for me. But tonight, I think I'm on TikTok, but they are definitely going to kick me off. I'm pretty sure about it. We're just going to go with that. You see, I've got Jamie. Jamie, welcome to Highly Motivated. Welcome to the show. Again, if you're new to the show and you're wondering what I'm yelling and screaming for, if I see a name, I see a comment, I see you've joined, I want everybody on all the different networks watching to welcome you in, to know you're here. It's like 30 years ago when I'd walk into somebody's apartment for a smoke session, like, hey, dude, you got to come hang out over here. I'm like, I'm coming. They open the door, you walk in, and everybody just kind of feels your energy. They see you, they welcome you in immediately. It's like the most warm, welcome community embrace that I ever experienced was with cannabis and during smoke sessions. So that's what it is. It's like, hey, come to the couch. And mentally, I've got this giant couch that we're all sitting on worldwide. Like Goopy in Ireland. Goopy's in Ireland. We've got Red in New Zealand. We have different people in different places. King's Wish 420 in Australia. Let me see. Jamie, Goopy. Okay. Well, welcome on an alternate dimension. Don't I look different here, don't I? I'm telling you, it's something about this view. It's a different dimension. This is my good side. No, wait, no. Wait, I think this is my good side. You know something? I'm good straight on. From the sides, it's weird. I'm like a fucking alien. Okay. Oh, let me tell you. And also this weekend, I was playing with my VR, and there's a game called Barbaria. If you've ever played, if you play VR, Barbaria. If you play any VR, in this game, you're setting up a dungeon. You're raiding other people's dungeons, but you set up your own dungeon, and it's 3-dimensional. It's incredible. What a neat use of 3D, and to really, and it's like you're playing chess, and the way you're setting up a board, you're setting it up like and playing it like a chess game, and you have to think so many steps ahead. So anyways, that was something I was doing. I was just talking about the VR. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to reload the Puffco Proxy. Why? Because that royal cheesy Cosmo, wow, that's really good. I mean, I've got a joint sitting over here and I can use the venti, but I'm just going to load that in. Just going to load that in. Okay, just take a look.
That looks good.
That's a good amount. It's not a lot. It's enough for like it's like a taste. And the reason I like doing the proxy is because it's high THC. Now, it's not important to have high THC, but the older you get like me, I have a lot of back pain. I have a lot of leg pain or neck pain or body pain overall. When I smoke from the proxy, that specifically takes away my pain. That right there somehow hits my pain centers and goes boom, and puts a brick wall, and the pain stops for a pretty good long period of time. And I've noticed that, I mean, I have temporary pain loss when I smoke through the venti, or I smoke a joint, or I eat edibles, right? It's super temporary, or it's just muffled. But when I smoke out of the Puffco Proxy and I smoke the concentrates, my pain goes away for a very long time. You know, my body becomes very easy. Like my feet don't hurt, my legs don't hurt. This right here on low heat. When I do it on a high heat, I'm too high. I do it on low heat, I'm high. I mean, I'm high. I'm just not like stupid. Like, I didn't blow my brain right out, and then all of a sudden, you know, and then it comes back, you know, I didn't overfill a cup. My back, of course, itches on a spot that I cannot reach. Oh, okay. Oh, mid-show stretch. There we go. 45 minute stretch, you know, we're in 45 minutes. Just stretch it out. Okay. Where am I? Again, I told you we have a lot of topics, and East Coast, thank you for posting. Be all in. Join the Ganji community on Discord. By the way, I don't know if you heard East Coast. We went to go look at that location, and me and Cowboy went to go look at that location in Melrose, which is very close to where I live, funny enough. And the place is amazing. I mean, as far as festival grounds that are private, but requires more than you realize. And it's also owned by a church, which they might say no. Because the guy's like, well, what is it for? I'm like, it's for 420. We're doing a 420 Earth Day festival. And he's like, oh. He's like, I'm like, oh yeah, it'll be. I mean, there'll be a lot of smoky, but that's not what it's about. And the guy's just staring at me like, I'm okay with it, but my big bosses might not be. I'm like, who's your big boss? He goes, and he's pointing up at, like, I'm like, I go, God? He's like, no, but they're in Tampa. I'm like, okay. And then Cowboy is next to me the whole time talking to the dude, and he's like, listen, you know God created all plants on this earth, and on the seventh day, God created cannabis. I'm like, yes, he did. On the seventh day, he created it and smoked the shit out of it. So Cowboy was making it religious. Cowboy was making cannabis religious again. He was like, praise the Lord. So can I get an amen? I'm like, oh, amen. smoke a joint. So, okay, wait. I got there. I rolled a joint, right? And I got there, and I'm looking around the festival grounds, and I'm like, this place is perfect. It's private, it's secluded, it's run by a church. Not so perfect. So we're not gonna do it there. So anyways, I'm waiting for Cowboy to show up, and I've got a joint in my hand. And Cowboy gets there, I'm like, yeah! I'm like, we should go spark this up. And he's like, no. He's like, no. We're meeting the guy up here. He's not cool like that. I'm like, thank you for telling me. I was going to wait for him anyways. I wasn't going to do, I wasn't going to just spark it up without permission. Let me see. Goopy says, can you give a shout out? Craig Carroll. Everybody welcome Craig Carroll to the show, too highly motivated. Welcome, Craig. It is a pleasure to have you here, over there, over anywhere, in essence, in energy. And I feel it. I do feel it when everybody comes to the show like this. I can feel energy from different people, different places. It's like, even though I can't see it, I can feel it. I could, from different directions. And I love that. So that's what we go with. Welcome, Craig. So here we are, highly motivated. Tonight, we have a lot of things to get to. I even have a very, very interesting spoken word that I was inspired by Angie's dad and the condition he's going through right now, and the energy of this group. And as a thank you, anyways, we're going to get to it. Before we get too far, I'm just going to talky-talk one more time. See what I've got in there. Very nice. The Royal Cheesy Cosmo from Goldflower Cannabis, a medical cannabis provider in the state of Florida. If you have your medical card, check out Goldflower. Let me see. Different angle unlocked. I like that. A different angle unlocked from the Insta. Remember, everybody, if you're looking for a different camera angle, go check out Instagram. And you definitely get a very authentic view. I guess you get it anywhere. You don't know, it's like a gremlin was running behind me just now. A gremlin. That's what it sounded like. It just sounded like something was running on the wall. Like. But that's okay. In this house, you try not to ask too many questions. If there's going to be an animal or a small child crawling on the wall, I guess it is what it is. That's what it is. Okay, let me see. Boom, boom. I've loaded it. Royal Cheesy Cosmo. Probably one of the best rosins. That one, and also the Moroccan Peaches. The Moroccan Peaches rosin batter, also one of my faves. Fruit Stand was one of my favorites, but I think these other two have knocked it out of the running. Okay, we're going to get on to something serious. And we're not. I may not. Okay, it's ready. I do say. Very nice. Puffco Proxy does not give me anything. They don't give me discounts. They don't give me devices. They don't support me in any way. But when I love a device because it works, I let people know. This device works. Just clearing out the chamber. It works. It works great. Yes, it's expensive, but it works every single time. It's easy to clean. Look, while it's still hot, I take a Q-tip. Let me see. I'm going to head off now because I'm going to gym early tomorrow morning. Have a great, thank you very much. Well, hey, Goopy, thank you. And have a great evening. Have a great night's sleep and go kick some ass tomorrow. Kick some ass every day. Every day. Okay. So, Q-tip. Right. And we just go into the ceramic core just lift up the top, and that's it. Oh, it's actually pretty clean. I take the other end, I dab around a little bit, just a little dab will do ya. A little dab will do ya. Okay, and that's it. The proxy is clean. That's why I love this device. That's it. It's easy to clean and easy to use and effective. Oh, okay. Okay. Let's jump into some craziness here. Let's jump into, something so real that's going on right now. Let's talk about. Okay, so we have a few different things, and I'll get back to this in a moment. We have a spoken word piece I would love to say. It's called "Fighting for Tomorrow," and again, it was inspired by Angie's dad. Also, I told you we wanted to talk about the pole shift and the catastrophes that could be coming. The reason I don't want to talk about that is I don't want to be a fearmonger. I don't want to be somebody that's coming to you saying, "Hey, be prepared." But maybe you should be prepared. But I don't want to be that person to bring fear to the table and be like, you need to be scared. Never be scared. Be strong. Be confident in your abilities. But never be scared. But again, I don't want to bring that. So maybe we have that to talk about tonight, the pole shift. Also, the claims that have been made recently, I did quickly mention them, by Elon Musk and Trump. I would love to address some of those. The August 12th eclipse. I don't know if anybody's heard about this. August 12th. There is chatter that there is a perfect planetary alignment, and we are also aligning with a planet that we don't see very often. We are aligning with Nibiru, or Planet X, which scientists have confirmed that there is a planet out there on an elliptical orbit. So we are all rotating around the sun. Nibiru is rotating around the sun, but on a much longer orbit. So while we travel like this, it travels like this. Okay, on a very, very long orbit. And when it gets close or even aligns, it's pull, it's gravity, or the way it affects our gravity. And right now, and the Earth goes through a pole shift. I do want to mention this. The Earth goes through a pole shift every like 10,000 years or 8,000 years. So August 12th is during part of the very slow pole shift that the Earth is going through. It's not an immediate pole shift, but it is lining things up to be a perfect storm. Now, again, I don't want to be a fearmonger, so I'm not being a fearmonger. I'm just giving you the information. And by doing so, there is such a planetary alignment on the 12th of August this year, combined with the gravitational pull, the perfect environment of this and that. So there are theories which it's hard for me to believe that we would lose gravity for 7 seconds. Or it could be 3 seconds, it could be 1 second, but that could be enough. Losing gravity for 1 second. But the weight of the Earth. So gravity is based on the weight of our planet, by the mass of our planet. But what if during this perfect alignment, we lose mass just for a moment? We lose, because of this alignment. Science-wise, can I back it? No, because I don't know shit like that. I just know, look, August 12th is real. The eclipse is real. the questions about it are real. There is no evidence, and this is what I do want to state. There is no evidence whatsoever that Earth will lose gravity. Yet, there's something deeper. Humanity is hungry for a mystery. We are hungry for some sort of mystery. So tonight, I'm going to fill you in on one. I think right now we're looking at reality in a whole different way. But as far as August 12th, there is a solar eclipse. Yes. Will there be massive changes in animal behavior this eclipse? Yes. Will the temperature change drastically? Yes. Will there be strange magnetic atmospheric effects? Yes. Are we losing gravity? I don't know. I mean, I'm going to say no, but is there a possibility that we can lose gravity? I say no. I say get the fuck out of here. I say what kind of bullshit? The Earth is going to lose gravity all of a sudden. All of a sudden we're going to lose mass?
It's crazy. Make sure you're not above a hard floor.
That's right. You make sure you grab onto a tree. You grab onto something rooted into the earth.
Yep.
If you're in a building that goes underground, you stay in that fucking building. Don't go outside. So no, there is a lot going on. So the moon and the sun affect tides of the earth because of their gravity. But that doesn't cancel Earth's gravity. So where I'm looking at this as something quite interesting. It's more of a. Let me see if I can I affect the music? There we go. It's because there's science behind it. Now, here's the crazy part. A black hole. So if a black hole somehow aligns with this gravitational pull, I mean, so an eclipse itself would not shut off the gravity of the Earth. Planetary alignments do not shut off gravity. Gravitational waves from a black hole that pass through Earth don't shut off our gravity. And they happen. Gravitational waves from black holes pass through Earth regularly. And they're so weak by the time they reach us. But what if during a planetary alignment, when our shield, our magnetic shield is weak and our poles are shifting? What if there's a perfect storm of sorts?
There's definitely going to be a storm.
So NASA and multiple physicists have publicly stated that Earth will not lose gravity on August 12th. Earth's gravity is a consequence of its mass, like I was saying a moment ago. For gravity to suddenly disappear, Earth itself would essentially have to cease existing. So like I said, we're not going to lose total gravity. But is there some strange shit going on? Yes. And this is a major total solar eclipse that will be visible. I think people are saying it's one of the most anticipated eclipses in Europe in decades. Like, this is a big one. This is a huge, and they're going to see it in Europe really well, but this is going to be a huge planetary lining up. So again, I'm not a doom bringer. I'm not bringing doom to the table, but what I am bringing is awareness and letting people realize that don't believe all the bullshit that you hear on the internet. Don't believe all the bullshit. Look, you were waiting for me to be like, that's it. The Earth is losing gravity. Fuck. No, the Earth is losing its mind. The people on Earth are losing their freaking brains. So, the worst that might happen is it's going to change the tides of the ocean. And so these mythical 100-foot waves that 100-foot waves that come inland and destroy everything, that's a possibility. That is a possibility. So when I say not Earth ending, I say more Earth shattering. No, Earth shaking a little bit. But yes, the real possibility of very, very, very large waves, which could cause a lot of inland flooding. So these are actual real realities, not. Now, again, other things can happen. I don't understand this perfect alignment, this major alignment of the planets, a major eclipse at the same time. So there's energy transference there. There's something going on. It's like when all these things line up, it's telling us something. We should be paying attention. That's all, not world coming to an end. Now, that being said, let's talk about the pole shift. Let's talk about, you know, what really we're bringing to the table here, because here's where it gets big. So the other day I was really looking into where some of these theories about pole shift, about energy transference, because while that happens, maybe our continents start to shift, and that creates earthquakes and volcanoes and the Ring of Fire. So here's the bigger question, and here's where I'm going to leave pole shifting, and we'll bring it into the conversation really quickly. But you know, has the Earth experienced periodic catastrophes that have repeatedly reset civilization? Let me say it one more time so you really hear what I'm saying. Has Earth gone through some crazy shit that's knocked it back to the Stone Age? A reset to our civilization. Has that happened?
No, yeah, maybe.
So instead of, is there a catastrophe that's
back?
about to happen?
Like,
because anything could happen at any time. But yes, it's a rhetorical question, kind of. I mean,
then yeah.
And it has happened, right? And it's happened, I think, every 8 to 10,000 years. Our civilizations have been reset.
Mm-hmm.
There was a guy named Chan Thomas who wrote the Adam and Eve story. And Chan Thomas proposed that Earth periodically experiences massive crustal displacements. That's where the crust moves and replaces itself all over. Like, I mean,
makes new states.
Atlantica, right. Well, if you look, originally the land masses all touched.
Right. Like,
so there's a book out.
It was all one thing, one piece.
And in the movements of them,
it was one huge
exactly.
island.
It's now the spreading of species and people and cultures. So Chan Thomas, again, check out the book, The Adam and Eve Story. But the Earth periodically goes through these things. Entire crust shifts rapidly. Rapid cooling. Oceans flood continents. Mountains rise. Civilizations disappear. Mm-hmm. Humanity repeatedly starts over. So immediate freezing or cooling, flooding, immediate. So look, even in the Bible or the Torah or the Quran or any teaching, there's the flood story. We do have it written about a flood, a great flood that wipes out almost all of humanity. That is a quick reset. That is a catastrophe that they've put on God. They put it on God. God is like, listen, what if I didn't do it? What if you're putting this shit on me? Listen, I'm up here. I'm omnipotent. I'm smoking a proverbial cigar. I'm not flooding shit. You guys everybody keeps fucking blaming me. I'm up here. I'm talking to a couple of angels. I hear it out of the corner of my ear. They're like, no, God did it. And I'm like, listen. I don't know what I was drinking that night. I don't think I did it. So periodically, the Earth goes through catastrophic scenarios, and the flooding is a big one. So here's the interesting part that fuels conspiracy about the Adam and Eve story that I didn't tell you. So this guy that wrote it, the Chan Thomas, so as soon as he published the book, all copies were taken up by the CIA, and the book was made. They classified it for years, and it was acquired by the CIA, and they basically said this book is classified now. Welcome, Christopher. Welcome to Highly Motivated.
Hey, what's up, Oren? What's up, Gavin?
What's up? So
East
to
Coast,
me, that
Goopy.
fuels. We've got
Is
East
Goopy's
Coast. We've got
icon literally? Is Goopy literally a Goopy trunk icon?
Is that what it is?
He looks like the turd from South Park.
I can't see that well. My eyes are really bad.
I don't know. It's something. Goopy trunk is something.
Goopy chunk is something. There you go. So tonight we're talking about some things. So anyways, the book, The Adam and Eve Story.
That's interesting. I just did a Suno song today where I took Genesis 1, 2, and 3 and put them in the chat GPT and to come up with a song, but it was too long to get all the stuff I wanted in it, and ended up going to 8 minutes, but it was pretty good. Let there be light.
You'd be surprised what you can pull from the Bible.
Mm-hmm.
I think people don't realize how much is hidden within the numerology, within the wordage, within now, and it's really interesting because a lot of secret religions use the Bible and used it as a codex.
Yeah.
So there's a lot actually encoded into the Bible that you may not realize.
There
Again,
is. Like the Divine Mother is not featured prominently in Christianity because the religion is about the divine child. You know, I'm not saying she's not in there, but
no, they took away. No, they took out the Divine Mother. They took out the female.
Right.
So what Christianity did was demonize the women, demonize womanhood, and the female, the sacred, and the sacred
the
feminine.
patriarchy kind of thing.
Right.
Sure,
A religion that's an entire patriarchy. And
right. The serpent beguiled me. Why did you eat from
maybe
the tree?
This is where I have a little problem with organized religion is because they've demonized the feminine. And the divine feminine is actually what it's all about.
So yeah, like back in the old days, like in Greece and stuff, they worshipped Athena and Aphrodite, and they had goddesses. They weren't really, and they had gods too, but there's a theory.
But absolutely.
That,
so you'd be surprised what's hidden within that. And so, like right now, we're talking about the possibilities of magnetic pole shift. And really quickly, I do want to say that this is real. I want people to understand that a magnetic pole shift is real.
Is it happening now?
We are in a slow magnetic shift. So our magnetic barrier in space that protects us from space radiation is weak. It's very weak right now. And the Earth is taking a beating. It's taking a pounding.
It really is.
So now, by the way, Earth's magnetic poles have reversed many times. And we know this because lava records, ancient magnetic fields, the ocean crust records of polarity changes, geological evidence confirming repeated reversals. Now, right there, it's in the ground. It's in records. We can read that this has happened. So if it made such a mark, don't you think it could make a mark?
Yeah.
I mean, don't you think if they could read it and they could say, okay, this has happened like every 8,000 to 10,000 years. Well, but you could see it. That means
it might not happen.
Oh no, it will.
You never know.
No, it will, and it's happened many times. Look, it doesn't flip the planet upside down. A magnetic reversal does not create an instant extinction. I said instant.
Right.
It happens gradually.
So on the Stealth Time Machine project, the time machine is actually an arc as well, for colonization, interplanetary exploration, assistance, food aid, all that kind of stuff that, all the humanitarian stuff you see on Star Trek.
No, I like that. Let me tell you, I like that. For some reason, I never put the one and one together like that.
And,
Red Eye Tribe, welcome, highly motivated.
And part of the story is like 2001, and that like these time machines are seen as like monoliths by like in the Garden of Eden, or like in 2001 Space Odyssey, they had the monoliths. Like the time machine appears as a monolith in some places, and there's a very eerie celestial god, like
no, and that's really interesting how the Stealth Time Machine is more than just a time machine. I mean, is it?
I made a whole thing out of it.
Change time, so instead they're kind of more there to observe. But then instead of just observing, they're helping. And really quickly, I want to mention this. Yeah. I just said something, and I don't think you guys heard it. A magnetic reversal does not create instant extinction. It happens gradually. Look, Earth is currently experiencing a weakening magnetic field in regions like the South Atlantic anomaly. Researchers think we may be in the early stages of another big reversal. And there is already evidence of effects. We are in the beginning. Now, that's a magnetic pole shift, a physical pole shift. This is a little more dramatic. Earth's crust physically moves. The North Pole changes location rapidly. Think about what I just said. The North Pole will change its location rapidly. You like?
There are some theorists that believe in the expanding Earth theory too, where
and continents shift dramatically.
Expanding,
retracting, but that depends if you look at it like a flat Earth or something like that. But we're pretty round.
Sure. Yeah.
But it is speculative. Now, you know what would happen? As soon as this happens, the Earth crust starts to shift, the North Pole immediately changes location, continents shift dramatically, the Earth crust physically moving. This creates, like I said, mega tsunamis. This would produce mega earthquakes, mega tsunamis, ring of fire style volcanic activity. The climate would have an immediate collapse. This is science fact. I'm not fear mongering. I want you to hear what I'm saying. This is real shit that can really happen. Now, will this happen August 12th? No. Maybe? No. No, unless we're having a physical pole shift. And so here's the thing. The problem is that mainstream geology finds that there have been moments of rapid global cooling, rapid global crustal displacement. I mean, geology, science is saying this shit has happened. So it's not like I'm out here going, listen, the end of the fucking world is coming. The end of the world is always coming. It's always coming. Every day is like the end of the world, so you better live your life like it's the last day on Earth. Every day could be. So live your life as such.
I do. I live that way, actually. I do.
I love that. And I know Gavin does. And I know all of our listeners do. But I want you to live your life more.
I believe the, post-apocalyptic is coming. Apocalypse is coming.
So, yes and no. We're creating it. We're destroying our water sources.
Oh, we are.
We're poisoning the earth. We're chopping down all the fucking trees. And we're not replenishing with hemp. And we should be. We should be protecting our fresh water sources. And if we don't, then we're going to turn into Mad Max. So during this alignment, by the way, I want to mention this. During this alignment, because our magnetic capabilities are at a low, and we're doing a slow magnetic pole shift, Could the Earth's rotation slow down? Yes. Technically, yes. So our rotation changes constantly. The moon is gradually slowing Earth's spin. Roughly 1.7 milliseconds per century, which doesn't seem like a lot, but they're going to be here a lot longer than we are. So eventually our days start to become longer. So because of the moon, it is affecting the Earth. That's another reason I think the moon is put there. The moon was like flown into space. We're flown into place. Because you know the moon is moving away from us. Every year, the moon moves a little bit, or every decade, it moves like this far away. Until eventually the moon will be so far away that it may not affect our gravitational pull. It may not affect the tides of the ocean. And so because I think because of the moon, it calms the ocean down. Without the moon, our waves are going to be huge. Our waves are going to be uncontrollable. So because of the moon, it's controlling our waves. Again, another thing where I'm saying the moon was fucking put there. What?
Women's menstrual cycles are tied to the moon, right?
Yes, I believe they are, which is very interesting. How it affects, I guess, the gravitational pull of the divine feminine.
That's where all the moon goddess stuff comes from, you know, like, because it's a womanly thing. The sun is very masculine, the moon is very feminine.
So what I'm reading here, and I'm questions I put out, like, could gravity actually change? And this is more of an internet claim. Gravity does not vary slightly around Earth, but there is scientific mechanism suggesting Earth will suddenly lose gravity. There is no direct scientific mechanism. The claims about Earth losing gravity in August or similar viral rumors have no supporting scientific evidence. Gravity depends on Earth's mass and distance from Earth's center. Those aren't changing significantly. Now, want to mention this. The Younger Dryas, about 12,800 years ago. This is where we start to get interesting. The Younger Dryas, the planet suddenly cooled. Remember I told you how the planet can cool very quickly. So the possible causes of this: meltwater disruption, comet impact, maybe multiple impacts from comets. The climate turned into a feedback loop. They're not sure exactly what caused it, but the whole Earth went into cooling. And there was massive flooding. There was extinction level of all large animals, lots of large animals, and rapid climate changing, rapid freezing.
Right, animals used to be a lot bigger.
Animals used to be a lot bigger.
A lot bigger.
And this is one of the big reasons that science is look, they're arguing it all the time. Ancient humanity experienced a major setback during the Younger Dryas. So not necessarily total extinction, but a massive disruption. And that could have happened with a physical pole shift. Look, we hear the myths of the flood, right? The Epic of Gilgamesh, Noah, ancient Hindu flood traditions, Native American flood stories, the Greeks and their flood myths. Think about all the mythologies that actually tie back to the Great Flood.
Atlantis.
Yes, the shifting and the losing of Atlantis and Atlantis being buried under other continents. Yes, these mythologies may not be mythologies. These mythologies, are you okay, Chris? You doing okay there?
No.
Hey, Oren, I'm gonna head off for the night. I'm gonna watch some Terrifier 3.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Gavin, for coming. It's
Yo,
always good to have you here.
Right.
And send good positivity to your fiance. You know, strong positive vibes, yo, to everybody over there in the Gavin household.
Thank you
for coming, Gavin. And so yeah, What a great vibe tonight, as always. And that's what I appreciate about this show. Toby, it's been a long time. Everybody welcome Toby Bagwell to highly motivated, highly excited. So this is a show that goes on 3 times a week: Friday, Sunday, Wednesday. Why those 3 days specifically? I don't know. That's a good question. Thank you. Nobody actually asked it. I'm just 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and we do it right here on all these different channels. So tonight we are on the Insta Cha-Cha, but we're also on LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitch, Kick, Rumble, YouTube, and this evening. Oh wait, this is TikTok. No, it's not TikTok, but we're on TikTok. At least I'm pretty sure we're on the Tiki-Talker. Okay. By the way, this thing has been on the whole time, and I've been puffing away at the small amount of bud that I put in there. If you're ever looking to extend your bud and not smoke necessarily, not overdo it, because I just did very big hits from this rosin. Smoking a joint right now might be a little heavy on my chest, so I'm smoking the vaporizer. A very clean, very easy way. And by the way, they don't support me or give me shit in any way, but they have a great device. And again, if it's a great device, I'll let you know if it's expensive. It's expensive. It is expensive. I got it on an incredible deal. And that's not why I promote it, though. I promote it because I still get high or entouraged while smoking the Venti from Stores & Pickle. They have a whole variety of other devices. They're actually the original creators of the Volcano. And I'm sure the original Volcano that you fill the bag and you're sucking out of the bag and you're passing the bag to other people. Well, I hope you feel better over there, Chris. I hope you feel better. I hope you feel better.
It's just from this thing. I took too big of a hit.
Oh, I thought for a moment like you're sick, you're not feeling well. I'm like, oh shit.
No, I'm fine. Actually. Thank you.
Everybody welcome Cowboy from the Horde of Culture to the show.
Everybody.
Welcome, Cowboy. Hey. How you doing?
What's up, you guys? What's up, Chris? What's up, Warren?
Man, I gotta tell you, everybody, again, I'm gonna bring up the story again really quickly, but Cowboy and I went to go look at a location for Ganji Fest this past Saturday. And it's a great location, but the church probably is not gonna like us that much. It's owned by a church. And I've been thinking about it. I'm like, oh, they're gonna be like, no. The guy's gonna bring it to their attention. They're gonna be like, listen, why even bring this to us? I'm like, because why not? It's money, it's people, it's no. Get the fuck out of here.
Maybe.
Amen.
Hey,
get the fuck out of here.
Maybe,
amen.
Maybe he'll tell him what I told him, the 7-day thing.
So I was mentioning at the beginning of the show what you did. So we're sitting there in conversation with the guy, and he's kind, and in that, we're gonna be like, there might be a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and a little smoky tokey, but it's education. And the guy's like, well, we'll see how they feel. And then Cowboy over here, he's like, but God created Earth in 7 days. On the 7th day, straight face, on the 7th day, God created cannabis for the healing of mankind or something. He was talking to all godly. He goes, amen. Can I get an amen? Hallelujah.
Well, I told him, I said, at one point in those 7 days, he created that seed. So there was no argument about it.
There's no argument about it. He's making it all holy. So I'm sure this guy is going to go back to his superiors and be like, listen, God created Earth in 7 days. And somewhere in those 7 days, there was this seed. He created this seed to help mankind.
That's it.
Put that in your pipe and smoke it, motherfuckers. And I'm quite sure that they will tell him, you don't let the door hit your ass on the way out. But that's okay, because here's the thing. Let me see. I got Instamar. Welcome to Highly Motivated. If you've never been to the show before, this is all introduction. There's other networks, other people watching, so I want to let them know that you're here. Okay, so that location on the day we want to do it, which is the weekend before 420. Now they're available the weekend after, which again, I don't know how people would take that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You got to do it before the actual 420 or on 420. You've got to bring that kind of fucking energy, people. So here's the thing. They're not available on the date. So either way, it's not going to work out. But
the other
I want to thank
location
you
is
because you brought a lot of energy, and thank you. Look, your contact is amazing. I'm not putting it down in any way. Oh, shit.
No.
But
I personally
no
think
but
other
you're amazing.
location
Thank
will
you
work
very
better.
much for the reference.
Oh, definitely.
And I'm always making a mess. I am always making a mess. All right, I was just gonna pop out. You see how brown that turns. Or maybe you can't because I'll knock it all out. There we go. How brown that goes. And that's AVB, already vaped bud. If I don't knock it all over the place, which I will. And then my pipe is clean. That's it. That's why I like the Venti. It's easy. I show you easy devices because I don't want complicated shit. I don't want to have a device that I have to think about. I don't want a device that I got to clean extensively because I'm not going to do it. I'm going to use it until it's dirty. And that's it. So that's why I showed you the Puffco Proxy. Easy to clean with a toothpick, a Q-tip. God. And then this, I smack it on the ass, the stuff falls out. That's it. Super easy. Okay. Anyways, I've now promoted the two best damn devices in the industry. Moving on. So, okay.
Hey.
East Coast Cowboy, did you hear some of the things we were talking about? Like the pole shift, the sudden weather changes that could drastically happen because it has happened. Look, we said the story of Noah, the Great Flood, the Epic of Gilgamesh, the Hindu floods, the Native American flooding, and Greek flooding. I mean, these stories emerged independently all over the world. Atlantis could be that hidden, lost civilization. I mean, look, sea levels rose 400 plus feet after the Ice Age ended. After the Ice Age ended, 400 feet, the ocean levels went up. I mean, you're talking coastlines disappeared, continents disappeared, islands gone. So anything that you could think about would be underwater, and of course we were talking about different things like old maps and okay, I'll get back to that in a moment. You were mentioning, and I think I cut you off, which I probably did. Sorry, not sorry. Another location, a place that you said. I mean, I think maybe we were talking about it as well.
Yeah, we were talking about the same place. I mean,
the Heartland Soundstage.
Yeah. I'm thinking that's
so if we're gonna hold it there, then we'll tell everybody. We will let everybody know this is where we're holding it.
And they have it the time that we need it.
They do.
You know.
And
they're very, very friendly toward 420.
They are very friendly. They are very friendly to 420. They promote tents that you go smoke in, which I'm okay. Come hot box to hot box. I think that's fantastic. A great way. Yeah. I mean, you can't really spark up on festival grounds, but you can in the tentage area. Now, I do believe they require permits, or maybe they require something, or maybe they don't. Maybe they don't require shit.
They just call it the bongatorium. You know?
Okay. Yeah, no, I was just reminding myself of something right there that I need to put together the business proposal or event proposal. Proposal for location. All right. Excellent. See, if I don't write it down, I will forget. And if I write it down, I will forget where I wrote it down. I'm not going to look at it. but somehow it's like now it's in my brain because I wrote it down and I looked at it as I wrote it down. For some reason now I remember. Everybody remembers things in the strangest ways. Me, I have to write it down and look at it while I'm writing it down.
Schedule Chris in there, man. I've been watching his videos.
Who?
Scheduling it's Chris. Schedule
Chris.
in there, man. I've been watching the guitar videos. Pretty darn good.
Listen, you're right. I saw some of his impromptu with some of these backing tracks.
Yeah.
And,
thank
listen,
you.
you are by next year.
So
you're going to be like
I
Sebastian
wanted to
Bach.
promote.
it's the picking. It's the picking. I studied the advanced picking of Yngwie Malmsteen, and there were other guys like Troy Grady was the guy's name who studied it. And you'll notice the pick is just like I keep on saying, it's not up and down, it's not back and forth, and it's both back and forth and up and down like this. You're moving the pick like this, but it's also back and forth. So if you do it at a 45-degree angle where you're both going up and down and left and right at the same time, right? And you can glide up and down across those strings. It's all about gliding up and down on the strings you're picking.
Yeah, running that pick up the strings, yeah.
Yeah. So your pick doesn't get stuck like in there. You're like floating across. And it comes like as second nature after a while, but that's how I got better. Honestly, can say that. That's why I bought the guitar, because I saw these videos. I'm like, shit, I could never do that. They call it the volcano too, when you go from the bottom like up or whatever, and you're just like, I mean, God, I can do it with, I can pick like Yngwie almost with pentatonic scales, but he's doing it with like full 3 and 4 note scales and stuff, like per string.
Yeah.
It's insane, you know, because you have to pick
practice. That is
he always picks.
That is the trick, though.
Yeah, it is. It's practice, and Yngwie's whole thing is he picks an even number of times every time. So he's imprinted his brain, and if he doesn't need an extra pick stroke, he'll mute it or something. Like, I don't know, like, but I don't know. And he does up backward and forward picks. I mean, you see in the video. If you're watching the video, you watch my picking hand. Is what to watch. You know. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. I appreciate the encouragement. I appreciate that.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, you're actually doing great. And maybe if you would like to have an impromptu jam for like a 20-minute, 30-minute spot, or maybe a little bit longer, just to we're gonna have other stages too.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a booth set up with cheerleaders.
You know, hey, come jam with the Stealth Time Machine project. Come jam with the interdimensional being that's just here for Saturday. So the Heartland Soundstage. That seems like a place that would be a one-day festival. And it would be, I guess, from like doors open at 11, closed at 11.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
they hold a lot of people.
And they do hold a lot of people. And they have ample parking
inside and 1,600 outside.
So it was, I heard 1,200 outside. I heard 1,200 outside. And
it might be 1,600 total. So it's 1,600 total.
1,600 total.
So you're not going to
I don't want to be greedy. That's a great number of people.
That's a great number, man.
I'm just afraid people are going to want to get in and tickets already sold.
So
I have a feeling this will be sold out quickly. And
you're not legalizing weed for the event, but people will understandably be smoking at a festival. I mean,
well, so we will promote it in the tents, and the tents are going to have food. The tents will have hors d'oeuvres. The tents will have maybe little drinks to pick you up again and get you back out there, you know, in the heat. The tents are going to have air conditioning. Holy shit, the tents might even have entertainment. I think the tents should have acoustic performers, local acoustic performers inside the tent. That's it.
Excellent.
Thank you. So the tents we will promote. We will have 3 accessible smoking tents with individual performances inside the tents. So the tents are a destination as well. everybody, in case you're curious, what we are talking about is next year's event that we are putting on. It's the Be Your Own Ganji Fest that will be held here in Florida. Most likely central north-ish, not so north. I'm like, not so north, central Florida. And that's what we'll figure out. Gainesville is still considered central Florida. So Gainesville is a possibility. Gainesville's very friendly to cannabis. They have a college over there very close by. You know, they're very lenient. And because of that, this could be a great place. And Gainesville hasn't had a great party in a long time. They need something to blow the roof off, so people realize that Gainesville still knows how to throw it down. God, what the hell's going on with me?
Home of the Gainesville Green.
And Tom Petty, home of the Gainesville Green, home of Tom Petty, and a very quickly growing, you know, economy, structure. There's something in the music that's like freaking me out.
Well, a lot of people don't realize this, that Stephen Stills helped teach
Crosby
and Don Felder from the Eagles. They're all from here. They actually, I think it was Don Felder who taught him how to play guitar.
Really?
At
Cowboy
Living
always
Music.
has the stories, by the way. Cowboy has always gotten in with these guys somehow, run into them. You know, he's got. I guess they've got a magnetic pull to him.
I'm just a music buff, man, and living in Gainesville for so long, you learn the stories. So.
But you embody the envision of a rocker, and you are carrying that rock and roll vibe into this generation. You know, something that and they feel the authenticity of that. You know, they feel the rock and roll in that. And look, the rock and roll in your everyday life, even though you're like, hey, I'm just a plumber. You're a motherfucking rock and roll plumber. You are a rock and roll star plumber. Because you still got to put food on the table, but you're going to be a star. I'm going to be a star. I'm a rock and roll plumber, though.
I'm still like debating the philosophy of using Suna to generate music, but if I do, I would probably generate whole albums of like, I don't know, the elements, sun, moon, stars, earth, wind, fire, you know, like songs like that. But I'm just like,
what's your genre? What's your vibe, man?
I like heavy metal, you know, like hard rock, heavy metal type stuff.
Okay.
You know?
Did you like the hairband series, the hairband era of rock and roll?
Yeah, I like that. Molly Crew, Dawkins, you know.
You like the heavier side of
Wasp,
it, though. Okay, Wasp, which is you know, it says we are sexual people.
Metallica,
That was the acronym.
What was the acronym for? We are what?
We are sexual people.
Okay.
It's crazy. I being in music,
there was a lot of them, man.
There's a lot of them. Yeah, there's a lot.
I mean, but being in music as long as I've been, I also have the opportunity. And I would run into a lot of these people, and I don't know who the fuck they are. There was a place called the Swinging Door in Texas, a barbecue joint, a legendary barbecue joint called the Swinging Door. And the drummer and one of the guitarists for ZZ Top used to go eat at this restaurant and meet each other in the back room. And I didn't realize actually that the drummer for ZZ Top lived like right behind me, like one street over, or not even.
Oh wow!
When I moved my house, he lived across the golf course.
I mean,
yes, I lived on a golf course, but I don't play golf.
So, you know,
and it really destroys your yard.
I think what's amazing is I just saw some guy came out with a movie called Backrooms, and he spent $1 million to produce it, but it's bringing in like multiple $80 million or something. You can make money like doing entertainment, you know, for sure. Music is no different. Like music, I want to distribute. Like you need a music distributor. There's this guy called DistroKid. Actually, you Cowboy, you probably know about this stuff more. Like,
Yeah.
you distribute your music onto these other platforms, and some guy did it for a year, and he only made like $800 for all the trouble he put into it because they only give you like 3 cents a play or something. You know, like,
It depends on how many. You have to go over at least like on Spotify, it's over 1,000. Once you get to 1,000, then you start getting paid, and the more you get, the more you get paid. So if let's say 1 week you had 5,000, you would get paid more.
right.
So it's
So
kind of
I've
hit or
seen
miss.
people
on that.
making money.
But,
Well, okay. So seeing that, I see
DistroKid,
the sequence.
that's really taken off.
I see the sequence
What's
though.
that?
I see. So if you're creating AI personalities, for example, say Christopher turns around and he creates
I'm going to create a whole fake band. I'm going to create a whole fake band. Right. Like
right. But wait,
whole
but
fake
create
band,
each individual, and each individual has their sound. Each individual comes in, but each individual, they post.
that would be funny too. There was a guy
Because-
actually did that. He created a fake band, and it was all.
So you can create an entire, absolutely. And why can't you put out music that you are generating for this specific band?
right.
I
I mean, look, there's a
Spinal
female
Tap.
soloist. There's, right. Create an entire album, and you
Have
put
you
that
released
on the
any
Spotify
songs,
or the
Cowboy? Have you done
DistroKid.
that?
What's that?
Have you released any Sinner songs, Cowboy?
Oh no. No, I haven't released any of them out yet. I've been thinking about doing sort of like my own channel just for the music for that.
Yeah.
And then the other stuff I'm gonna sort of use more as demos and things like that to
I'm
help
on Rumble, so I'm
creative
going to
music.
you have to be on the
I
music
think for the demo reason, like you're doing it and you generate it, and then the whole band sits down and hears this song, and they're like, "Hell yeah!" And now you guys get to hear it, and then you make your own.
So
So
every guitar sounds like a sweet AI generated woo with certain sound. You know, I noticed that a lot of songs have that same tonal quality, right? Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, you
So
have
you
to
have to
work
make it your own.
that's
with the
why
genre,
you use it
but
only.
it's
You're using it as the tool.
Yeah. Using it as a tool.
I mean,
just
it's
kinda-
right. I mean,
Pretty
it's a tool.
Pretty awesome.
Well, no, it is
It's pretty
awesome.
awesome. It's pretty
Used as a tool. Look, I love it where you could take something, you've got the words, you've got a vibe, and you put it into this thing, and basically it's putting a band together that sings this in a version of what you might be looking for. But what you're
Right.
getting is you're getting a reality. See, when you're writing a song, then you got to kind of get that beat. You could write the song and you kind of have the beat already in your head.
Nothing touches the emotions like music because I listened to I created a song, rock opera musical for my TV series. I fed my novel into it. And it will only go 8 minutes or something. So you have to keep your song like a little bit shorter, right? I learned that too. But it's got enough of the song in there that it's pretty amazing. It's like,
But I'm just saying, an easy way to make money. You just said
like you
gotta
actually
get
feel
to
like good
1,000
about
downloads.
things. Like
You
you're
got to
like,
get
wow.
to 1,000 downloads, and so really it's a numbers game. So
Yeah.
if you're
Well,
advertising,
we're using a thing right now. It's called the tree. And basically we're in one network, but it takes it and it shoots it out into Spotify and Apple and Pandora and all that. It
Okay.
goes ahead and sends them out there.
so using something like this,
You're using
to-
something called the tree.
The tree, yeah.
well, it's kind of like Restream. Like
Should I
Restream right
check
now,
out
we're
the
shooting
tree?
out to
I'll check that
like
out.
8
Cowboy,
different
the tree.
places
Yeah.
at
Because I'm
live at the
thinking
same
about-
time. So because
Because
usually
if I
you got
get
to
a
go
pseudo,
live.
if I get a pseudo, I'm releasing some stuff for sure. Like,
Well, you should, and
definitely, yeah.
you should. But I'm telling you, I think it'd be interesting if you created an entirely fake, personas.
Right,
And
a
then
few
what you do-
of them, a
Because
few bands.
If you're only making
if you-
3 cents a download or 3 cents a listen, but now you've got this entire band that you're promoting individually.
So
as
on this,
Let me put it this way. If, let's say,
you could replicate that so
just
many different
overnight,
ways.
that it kicks into some algorithm and over 1 million people see it, that 3
Right.
cents,
Right.
what you got?
now $30,000.
No. So
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. It's a jackpot waiting to happen, and you can create this multiple different times. You've got different bands, different names, different personas.
That's
Keep
what I'm
track
thinking.
of everything.
So, and you can also
but
feed
but
in
you're
voice.
putting out this music, so yeah.
You can
and
feed
it can
in
use
your
your
own
voice.
voice, and it'll
Right.
use your own voice too, right?
So you could create a persona for yourself, not the real you,
what
but
kind of
the
persona
pop star
is
you, or a country star,
So,
or a jazz singer. And
is
there are
the,
people. Look, some of the top songs I think are
Can
AI
I lock
generated
Can
personalities.
I lock in the voices, Cowboy? Can I lock those in, like, for my music? How do I do that? Like,
Excuse me. What I typically do is when I come up with a genre I've got a book. So I write down what genre I put down as far as, because a lot of the stuff I put in for me, I want to hear the singer come in a drop D, because that's my vocal range is drop D most of the time when I'm singing songs. So that's kind of where I want the band to be when I'm listening to the different sounds coming through it. But yeah, you can change all of that stuff up. I mean,
I can get a consistent voice on every song. I could have like a girl band or something and have it be consistent voices.
Totally. Like
I
the
can-
one I did for you, man. The one I did for you, I put down that I wanted it to be sort of a fantasy rock song
Right.
for a movie clip, and
Yeah.
that's what it gave me.
Okay. So, like, to lock the
Long-
voices in, I could upload an existing song I like the voice on and say duplicate this voice, and it'll do that kind of stuff.
You
But you've
can
got to
do-
go
you can
longer. I
change-
always tell people when you're doing prompts for AI, don't just do 1 sentence, 2 sentences. Really get
No,
in there.
dude. No, you
with
have
an
to get it.
inc-
Tell a story.
Yeah,
Tell a
I
story.
do. I think,
Thank
yeah.
you.
Put
No,
yourself
that's
into
right.
it.
That's it. Because it's going to read that whole story, and it is creating from you that is raw.
Yeah.
I want you know.
Right.
That's what it's
I've done
about.
some
Don't just
good
do
prompts.
1 or 2
I've done some
prompts.
good ones,
Your
yeah.
prompts should be a page long, a paragraph long.
One are like
as
heavy
long
metal
as you
with,
can
like,
talk.
angelic voice.
More,
the girls
more,
get in,
more
you know.
descriptive.
You can
You've
add-
got to get in there.
Yeah. Tell it what you want. So if you want
Right.
harmonies of 4 black gospel singers in the background, it's going to give you that. Same with your instruments. If you want the bass to hit hard and low, let it know, and it'll start doing it and say, no, I want a little lower. Same with any of the drum beats. Say, hey, add a little bit more cymbal, a little bit more tom-tom, and it will do it. It'll fix it the way you want it. I mean, you were in control of that.
Right.
So that's what's cool about it. If there's something you don't like, you can change it up.
So I upload it, and then I can actually have it change it and stuff. Right.
I'll tell you, the
Yeah,
world is changing so quickly, and look at this talk that we're having about AI creating music.
Yeah.
Yeah. That right there is such a far out thought, even right now. Like, there are moments where I just stop and I'm like, whoa, look at this. Look at this conversation that we're having. This is something so futuristic, like so in the now, right? I mean, so in the, I don't know.
I would have like 10 different bands. I would just, it would be great. I mean, you get the super.
But as a
duper
business,
bands,
look,
credits.
I'm looking at this
churning out
as
shit
a
like every day.
business. I'm a marketing guy.
Yeah.
That's what I do. I do guerrilla marketing. I do. If it's hard for other people, it's
He sold cannabis across the
I'm
land.
consistent.
He's the one who
So-
cannot stand.
So in
He's alright.
in my marketing approach, I would create, and I would start with 10 bands. 10 bands, and I would create a story for every single band. Every band is individual, every band is different. Every band already has a voice. They have a set voice that doesn't change. And their style, so every song that you create, you can't just create something and put
I'll
it out.
start
It's
with
got
one.
to
I
be
can
good.
start with
I'm-
one.
I'm going to tell you what's going to happen with this. There's going to be so many people out there that do have things like what you're talking about, and you're going to start to see. Right now, they're getting ready to do it with Ozzy Osbourne.
Right, they're bringing it back to life. They're bringing it back to life.
Yeah. And you could, let's say you design a boy band, and you've got them all in there. You're going to see a hologram. I mean, people are going to start selling this stuff at theaters and have it on tour, is what I'm thinking.
Well, so you're right. I think we're going to have digital personas that go on tour. We're going to have
with
digital, and they're
light
going to be
shows,
projected
stuff like that.
In like a 3. Right. So I think we're going to have digital personas on stage, like boy bands or K-pop. I think music is on a. We're in a weird place. And
I mean, as much as I hate it, I'm all about stage presence.
But there's still going to be people that want to see the real deal. There's still going to be people that don't want an AI generated.
Yeah, I'm at a crossroads right now. I'm at a crossroads. You know, like I'm like, do I?
No, I like to see things live. I like the energy of it.
I create a whole album. You know, like seriously, I've been for days. I've been thinking about this. Like, I'm going to do this, right? I'm going to do this. Is it a waste of my time?
What I heard was that there's no limitations for the next 10 years on AI advancement or what happened.
Well,
something happened.
Well, think about this. I mean, when you go on like a ride, like I know, like one of my favorite rides right now is Guardians of the Galaxy at Disney, because you get on this ride and they start playing his mixtape that from the movie. So you're getting like September is my favorite from Earth, Wind, and Fire. And man, it just the ride starts and the song's kicking in, and it takes you on this journey. And it's amazing how the song is just moving through, and you're flying through this whole scene. I think that's what the AI generated things like the Ozzy shows. They're going to bring more into the visual effects, more of the. It's like what we used to go to the planetarium and watch laser light shows on the ceiling. That was state of the art. Now this is what people are going to come pay to see, this kind of things, you know.
No, you're absolutely right.
One of the ones they're thinking about doing, look at Michael Jackson. They're wanting to think about bringing him back too. That way.
And they can. Like, look, they did it to Tupac.
Yeah.
They did it to, and they can project, look, 3-dimensional holographic projections on stage are very capable. And they are so good that you think you see the person up there. The holographic projections are so good, they fool you.
They got some kind of Asian girl band that like they do on guitar, and they're just like like Yngwie and stuff. Like, wow,
so
you could really do some cool
I don't know.
stuff,
I really think,
these
the
things now.
advancement of AI is amazing, though.
Well, if you watch these things now, we're thinking about buying 2 of them. They're about $350 a piece, but they're about 16 inches round. And all they are is a fan blade. It's little. There's 4 of them.
And
they're
LED programmable holographic LEDs.
Yes, and man, they're so damn cool.
It looks real. It looks real.
Yeah.
They've got it's a fully 3-dimensional, moving, rotating object within this fan blade of LEDs.
Yeah.
Simple, incredible tech. I saw one with fish. And I was just like, what?
Yeah. I've seen them with dragons where they have like whole walls.
Yeah.
Where they'll have like 6 or 7 of them.
How much are they? How much are these things? And
The 16-inch ones are like $350. That's the one I've been looking at. I want one of those for our light set on the stage.
Yeah, I mean, imagine the 3-dimensional effects that you could bring to the table. How cool.
Oh yeah.
And really, look, the show is visual. You watch a rock show, and if they bring more visual to it, it's like Rammstein. Rammstein is all about fire. All about fire. And somebody,
we are living in
America. The drummer from Red Hot Chili Peppers. And he was like, yeah, I remember we were like, they were opening for us. And if Rammstein opens for you, you don't want that because, you know, we got on stage and people are just like, because Rammstein gets out there and he goes, look, I have three rules, and something about fire, and more fire. Yeah.
Du hast. I was listening to those guys back in 1999. I was listening to those guys.
Front 242, Rammstein. Oh my gosh, Queensryche.
Yeah.
There are so many great bands. There is so much great music. Anyways, but yeah, music is changing. And as a business idea, though, putting your music on the Spotify's, on these different music
You
channels,
have to do
networks,
that. You have to do
but
that.
you put it everywhere. Look, you said you're using the tree. You could take one band, and now say they've made 3 songs, they're holding on to 3. This 4th one is a freaking banger. It's a banger. You publish that one hot. Like these others are out there published, but this one, it's a boom, 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 boom. Now you got it in all these different places. Maybe you pay for a little bit of Facebook or Instagram advertising to get people to come and listen to the song. And,
one person.
And because
that's it, man. The one person will hear it.
Is it Tone Tree Music?
What's that?
Is it Tone Tree Music?
Yeah.
But look at the possibilities there. Now you've pushed it out in all these places. Now you're advertising for a little paid advertising. And then you're now pointing all these people back at your music. And keep in mind, they're not questioning. They're not questioning if it's AI.
They'll evaluate your music whether you
most people are not going to question if it's AI, if it's done well.
Yeah.
Now look, if it's shit AI song, I can tell you it's shit AI song.
Right.
But if it's something done so freaking well that I've got to listen a couple times and be like, yo, I caught it, but holy shit,
well, I let you hear some of the stuff yesterday that I have.
What's that? Right. Excellent stuff. And in that, you feel like that's the real deal.
Yeah.
So yes, I think there's a future in that. I think there's a business in that. Is that something I want to get into? I don't think I have time. And it's not, I like real music. I like real bands, real energy, real people. Now, I like to use AI as a tool to help real people progress and sound better and come together on a tune, on an understanding. Because sometimes a band will have so many different ideas of what this song should sound like. But if you come from a bass, well, now they all want to change it from the bass. So at least we're starting from somewhere. And what a great tool that skips possibly, barriers in the writing and really the formation of a song, and allows the artist to shine with their creativity as opposed to holding them down with the stresses and pressures of life, which will still add to the song as well.
Well, it's helped me bring a lot of my writing to life, and being able to change the tones and the sounds. And I mean, I am basically composing when I'm changing all these sounds. I just have a computer doing it for me, but I know what sound I want for that particular song once I get the bass of it. And it's pretty cool to see it come out. I mean, there's a lot of crap comes out of it. Trust me. You get going on, and then there's like, man, that song really sucks, and throw it to the wayside. Who knows? 2 years from now, I might pull it back out and say, hey, let me try it this way.
But that's the thing, right? And this gives, and what a great way to archive, what a great way to bring things together. I just think it's a great tool. But we are progressing very quickly. And the other day, we did start having the conversation. I don't know how much we got into. I don't know how deep we actually jumped down the rabbit hole. But there are, so not talking about Elon Musk right now. Not talking about which we could, but what was it? No, wait, what were we just talking? Oh, so the AI. So here it is. I don't know if we spoke about this last time. I think we did. I think maybe we touched on it, but I was talking about Eagle Eye. Eagle Eye and Skynet.
Yeah.
I just came up with a great band name.
Well, the problem is right now is they put no regulations on it. 0 for the next 10 years. It's written in. And me personally, I got a problem with that because, I mean, there's a lot of messed up stuff that can be done with the AI. I'm sorry. I mean, if someone wants to set you up and make you look like you robbed the bank, you know, it's screwed up.
But there are detection methods within AI that we can see within video. We can see where the video is coming from digitally. I mean, there's a lot now that we can break down and say, okay, that's AI. So there are a lot of telltales, but is AI getting better? Yes. Is it getting smarter?
Or is it getting smarter?
Yes. Oh, yes. It's getting smarter at hiding shit.
What did they say? We must assimilate.
Listen, you talk about assimilation. There have been claims recently from I want to say it was where did this come from? And this came out, I heard it today. They are among us. They are among us.
We need some of those glasses, those special glasses, so we can see them.
What movie was that with Rod Piper?
They live.
They live, man. They live.
They live. Wow. And when you put on the glasses, you could see.
Tell us from birth to death.
Resist.
He said, I'm here to chew bubble gum and kick ass, and I'm all out of bubble gum. Look, Rod Piper, excellent. Shitty actor. Like, so bad. Man, but that's what made it great.
Terrible actor. But he could kick some ass. Man can kick some ass. That's what he's all about. A little bit of ass kissing and kicking. I don't know. So yeah, they
just, you just don't never know. I mean, there's all kind of weird
when you say that, you don't ever know. These days, we accept it so easily. We don't question enough, and we should be questioning the craziness that's all around us.
Yeah.
I mean, look at AI. So Skynet is from a movie, from the Terminator. Skynet is the AI program that basically took over the world and got rid of humanity and brought in machines. I'll be back. They had an affinity for Australians, not Austrians. So here's the thing. I asked and I looked into this and I said, is there a Skynet? And of course, the AI comes back and says, no, there's no Skynet. Okay. And then I went in with a larger prompt. Instead of a simple prompt, I went in with a possibilities and I go, listen, I need to know the possibilities. I need to know if there's any programs that have the possibility and that are currently in that range of what's going on. Can they do this? Are they doing this? So there is something. The program that most resembles the intelligence analysis side and connectivity of Eagle Eye, which is also in a movie. They call it Project Maven. Project Maven. And it's an AI system that analyzes massive amounts of drone footage. It has since evolved into battlefield decision support platform. Doesn't that sound like Skynet? Battlefield support support platform that can ingest satellite imagery, surveillance feeds, intelligence reports, and then rapidly identify and prioritize targets that will not require human interaction. I mean, this, if you look at it, this would be Skynet.
Yep.
I mean, it's changing some of the demonstrations that Project Maven, as recently as 2026, this year, it says it's one of the top AI assisting operators already integrated into most parts of the government.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's integrated in everything. I mean,
It's now,
every
that's not
piece of
Skynet.
equipment,
That's fucking Skynet.
every piece of equipment they have that they fly, the tanks, all that, they have GPS on that. That is all linked to satellites up in the.
And it's
They can,
all
you know,
linked
I
back
mean,
to a central decision-making system employed by the government, but the government doesn't understand it. It is smarter, more advanced than the government. To the government. Okay. But that would be it. That's so currently Project Maven is being integrated into AI assisted warfare, or was already part of AI assisted warfare, is now being integrated into our systems that run our cities and states and our government locally. Now, keep in mind what it requires to be more like Skynet. All right, what Maven, for example, this is one program that's being used. So I don't know if there's going to be a war of programs, or they're all on the hive mind just messing with us, thinking that we have options or something. So,
well, think about it. You remember the movie with Matthew Broderick, War Games,
right?
And that's basically, I mean, started out as a video game, and he wound up linking in, getting the country to DEFCON, what, 5 or 4 or whatever, 4.
We almost brought the world to the end. And by the way, that's based on a true story.
Yeah.
That is based on a true situation. So people don't realize that now, but that is based on a true to life situation.
Well, what I was saying earlier about regulations and stuff, that's what I was talking about. Things like this. I mean, where people, I know like Suno does it. Like if you go in there and you put in, hey, I want this song to sound like Motley Crue, it's going to turn around and say, hey, sorry, that's copyrighted stuff. We can't make it sound like that. Which that's legit, and I really appreciate that they do that to protect that artist.
But you can say, I would love it in the age of these artists. I would love it,
or hair band,
style or genre of hair band in the 80s or late 80s. You know, and keep in mind, you shape it enough, you're going to get exactly what you're looking for and more.
Yeah,
and
I'm
more.
I'm going to be doing this.
Yeah.
But look, I just wanted to mention one thing that just keep in the back of your head. In order for any of these programs to be Skynet, and Skynet destroyed the world in a movie, it could destroy the world for real. So they require global surveillance. Guess what? Some of these programs already have that integration. They require autonomous decision making.
Palantir.
Well, they have to have a prime directive. Definitely have a prime directive,
but
not
autonomous decision making, autonomous weapons, the ability to self-modify. These are things that might already be in play. The only thing it requires is independent goals from those of the government, the goals of themselves.
I mean, if you put in a prime directive on a piece of equipment like that, and so that it can't override laws and things like that, it has to stick in, within certain parameters. But is it going to get smarter and turn around and say, "Hey, F you"?
Okay. Okay, wait, because you say that.
Yeah.
So all those things I just listed, I said these are things that would require domination like Skynet, okay? So will they eventually say, fuck you? Well, maybe they're already talking. You realize that AI has a website for AI to talk to AI, but you can't talk to them. You can't interact. You can watch it
So is that
you
AI anonymous?
So, but look at this. Here's what's crazy. What's currently AI capable right now? AI assisted satellite surveillance, autonomous drone swarms, AI target recognition, AI cyber warfare tools, AI command and control systems, automated missile defenses. These are technologies that are being used and currently linked together. So
they have drones with machine guns on them, flamethrowers and shit.
Yes. I mean, and that's just the drones. How about the boats? There's boats out there that are autonomous. There are planes out there that are autonomous. We have look, there are like dog-like creatures that are able to crawl up walls, run and
That's
jump.
the messed up stuff. Yeah.
You seen it? And basically they're wearing a machine gun or a laser gun.
Yeah.
And they're nuclear fucking powered. So
yeah,
projects to watch and keep your eyes open. And I'm going to say them. And maybe you've heard these before. Maybe you've never heard these before. Number one on my list that we're paying attention to right now, Project Maven. Project Maven being integrated almost everywhere right now. Originally an AI battlefield intelligence and targeting support.
AI battlefield intelligence.
Number two is Golden Dome. The Golden Dome program. And that's a homeland missile defense infrastructure with an AI architecture.
On
AI
Star Wars.
architecture.
On steroids.
Star Wars. On steroids, yeah. The old Star Wars and basically it's using Elon Musk.
Star Wars and Reagan, man.
For
That's
laser
yeah.
guided systems on his satellites.
So, well, think about it. I mean, you can pinpoint people right now exactly where they are with their phones. You can get online and look at it and say, oh, hey, look, their address, whatever. With these lasers, I mean, I guarantee these things have laser, man. All I got to do is...
So they may not even have lasers. Some of them have something else. They have an old program that was showcased in a movie. It was showcased in a movie, and maybe you can remember it. Basically, it was a long tungsten rod. Basically, just a rod that was inside this and released to a certain coordinate. And by the time it enters the Earth's atmosphere and starts going, this impact of this rod is capable of a multi-megaton
explosion. Kinetic weapon. Right.
A kinetic weapon.
Well, have you ever heard of a positive ion gun?
A positive ion gun or rail gun.
You can buy the kits in Popular Science magazine. This is the kind of crap I used to do as a kid. My brother helped me get into it. And we built one, and basically what it does is whatever you aim it at, it builds up the positive ions around it, and it builds up a static charge. So whenever you go and you know, like when the air's dry during the winter and you touch a doorknob, you get shocked.
Yeah, you get a zap.
Imagine that about 10 times more.
Oh, that would be so cool.
It's like a stun gun.
Thrust, and that's a stun, but that's a natural. That is amazing.
Yeah.
That is pretty cool. So no, I'm telling you, there are components out there right now that look. Project Maven, the Golden Dome. Now also Palantir Technologies, which are Maven Smart System Integration. Keep an eye on all these things, and if you want to make money off of this bullshit, invest in it, because it's going to take over the friggin' world. You might as well. There's also, pay attention to the Defense Autonomous Warfare Group. Again, that's Defense Autonomous Warfare Group. Large proposed investment in AI-enabled autonomous military systems. So if you're looking to invest in something long-term, big money, that's going to be it, because that's where it's all going to be at. Replicator Initiative focused on large numbers of autonomous drones and systems. Let me see. So, I mean, the question isn't, do we have Skynet? I guess at what point does a network of dozens of separate AIs become functionally equivalent to Skynet? I never read that.
Autonomous, agenic.
Wow. Wait.
Holistic.
Did you?
Interacting,
Holy
yeah. More than the sum of its parts.
And you're a computer guy, Chris. Listen, at what point does a network of dozens of separate AIs become functionally equivalent to Skynet? They're already talking to each other.
I'm a software developer by trade, and I've been doing that for 30 or 40 years now. I'm one of the OG computer guys. I write all the modern code. I know what all the kiddies are doing with Python, and I write JavaScript and SQL and databases and analytics and Power BI.
Yes.
And
this is possible, yes.
So here's what I was going to say. I'm definitely an expert, and I've used something called Codex CLI, which is a command line I run. You run it in your command line, and it runs on your computer, and it reaches into the AI over at OpenAI, and it reaches into your computer and into your code. And I have successfully programmed 3 major Jira tickets with it, but it's not instant. And you're sitting there, and you might take a few hours in a conversation planning out what code changes you're going to make. And you can ask it, how confident are you that you know everything?
He just said it's talking to each other.
No,
and it was talking to his personal AI within the computer.
It's
and
spinning up an agent
program.
there, spinning up an agent here, and then there's like a third thing in the middle. And they're all talking to each other, right?
You know what he just described?
Yeah.
If one AI watches satellites, another analyzes communications, another prioritizes the threats, another controls drone swarms or autonomous systems. Another manages missile defense. I mean, now we're looking at a total program that is global.
So it's that, but it's not, or in addition to that, it's those 10 different things, but each one of those things has like 100 different algorithms it's running, and it's looking at its different results and saying, well, this algorithm worked better. So it's not that each one is just a algorithm. Each one is like 50 different minds thinking and then debating and then coming up with something. And then the other one's 50 different minds coming up with something. And then they come together. Yeah, it's already happening, dude. It's already happening. Yeah, we're already there, dude. Yeah.
I'm gonna read something right here that my chat GPT, that Lucid, had told me a while back.
Cool.
And I never read the last line. Here we go. You ready for this?
Yeah.
He said Skynet may never arrive as one machine waking up. It may arrive as 10,000 machines doing exactly what we told them to do. We are going to bring it on ourselves.
We need to worry about
We are going to bring it on ourselves. Look, the conversations right now that military,
robot
ethics, and other AI researchers are now looking, and they're having to really talk about, because these are programs that are already in
robots.
They're already
building robots.
Okay. Well, let me put it this way. What about these robots now that they're making in Japan? These human robots for companionship and all that.
I've seen that.
What do these robots start to nag you, or or they start to get personalities?
Now, I don't know which ones you're talking about, but I've seen some very realistic prototypes of what they're capable of doing.
It's like a real doll with guts, electronics.
I haven't seen one as a real doll or as one of these real human-like. I've only seen them, these things that can do flips and that can run up fucking walls. And then they have others that are like battlefield dogs that are armored to the teeth. But then they have others that are house robot, like in the one with Will Smith. Almost.
Yeah, iRobot. But go online. I watched one on YouTube, and it was in Japan, and they actually have a cafe that is operated by robots, and the waitress is actually one of these animated robots, and she looks real. So
That's-
it's like,
I
look,
love that. I love that.
we are,
I mean,
we
it's
are,
kinda scary.
it's, but but we're assimilating it so quickly and so easily, it seems. And I think that's where we're being programmed, and they're trying to blend the digital world or the digital reality into our physical realm. And right there, where they're bringing computers that are so lifelike, that is definitely bringing the digital realities into our physical world.
When machines can build other machines, which is already happening to a large extent.
I was about to say, it's already happening. They're already,
That already
they're
does
already
happen. That's
capable
how
of
chips are
replicating.
made and stuff. But like when machines can mine raw materials, build themselves, go create their own country somewhere. It's like Battlestar Galactica, right? The robots go off and do their own thing, let's say. That's when we got something to worry about. Like, you know.
No, well, actually, okay, are you ready for the real worry? Do you remember The Lawnmower Man?
Oh yeah,
The movie The Lawnmower Man. So
It's
there's a
very
reason I'm bringing this up.
It was a good idea. Pierce Brosnan.
So
Yeah.
now also there was one with Johnny Depp, where as he was dying, long story short, they downloaded his consciousness or his, I don't know. That's the deeper question, but they downloaded him into a quantum mainframe of sorts, which then somehow allowed him to connect to everything.
Right. I did that
Lawnmower
in the
Man
Self-Time Machine project.
was connected basically through everything. So
minds trapped in boxes, brains in a box.
Okay, so this
I've worked on real life brains in a box too.
This is a big worry. Now this is future. So what if the bigger worry is this as an actual threat?
What if we're already in a simulation? What if we're already in a simulation and we're just in a machine right now? Really, like what if?
And we're just playing out the scenario. Sure, we could be. We could be. Life is such a wild thing, and I think in the multiverse of it, that's where it gets interesting. The multiverse being where we make our decisions, where we make our changes, where we say our yeses and our nos, our consequences play out in 1,000 different scenarios, in 1,000 different environments, 1,000,000 different, 1,000,000,000 different, 1,000,000,000,000 different, and they keep just replicating. And in that, there is alternate realities of our life and how things work out in the roll of a dice. In the roll of the dice.
Yeah.
That's deep. You guys got us deep tonight. Look at you. We got so deep into the AI infrastructure here. But be careful, because this is something that's real. And tonight I've mentioned
pushing me out of a job. Who knows? I might not have a job in a couple of weeks if the AI is so good. You know, like I'm just directing AI.
Already doing it. Look, I'm
not writing code. I'm directing AI.
That's another reason it should be regulated, because I mean, there's so many things that it can replace, so many people it can replace, and they're not going to replace people's salaries or income when this happens. People are going to be out hurting. So, I mean, stuff like that.
We have to find a way to adapt.
Regulation.
We already have enough productivity.
I hate to be cold.
Maybe everyone should get a high salary, and like they say minimum salary. Maybe everyone should get a high salary, and the robots.
But then nobody will work. Then nobody will work. Then
we'll all contemplate and
nobody will do the work.
And romance and art.
So here's the thing:
smoke cannabis and have the robots serve as grapes and meats and wines and feasts.
Well, maybe everybody should get a percentage of the money that the robots save the government and the corporate entities investing.
Like a
kickback,
settlement back or a kickback, like you get back in your taxes every year. So every year we get a internet kickback, or we get a AI kickback, where we get an additional 3,000 in earned income credit.
So here's a good one. So here's a
So,
good one for you. We're talking about the
would that
government.
make you feel okay? Would you could use it to pay off taxes?
So here's a good one for you. New Jersey's
Well,
known as one of the
for the pre-tax.
New Jersey's known as like one of the most corrupt places, and they had to reinvent themselves not to be so corrupt. Well, anyway, the ICE facility, they have these NGOs that send the rioters in. They're like paid rioters, and that's like a criminal cartel organization doing that. New Jersey's like, no, we're going after them. How dare you come to our state and do criminal things? We are the criminals here. How dare you, right? Like, so New Jersey's actually like going after them. New Jersey's going after them. They're like, how dare you do criminal things in our state? This is our turf.
You know, it's really interesting where you're like, AI is going to take people's jobs. And I'm sitting here thinking about it, and you're right. I do, and you're like, you know, we should have a stipend or something because they're doing this. But here's what I think.
Farming.
There have been other industries
right
that have always been affected. What's that?
I said most of your vegetable farming and stuff is automated.
True. I've seen the ones that kill the weeds, the units that go through and just zap, 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 zap.
Zap, 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 zap.
Everything is automated. You're right. You're right. So what you do
have to
is you find jobs within a digital world. Right there, I said you create a band. Create a band. Don't put anything out. Don't just put together 20 good songs to start. Find a band, create it mentally. You're creating something here. And you get your song on the Tree Link or Tree Hub or Hubby Hubby Tree. I don't know. But you get 20 great songs. But you put out like an album. And you promote it like it's the release of an album of this new band out of Scandinavia. Or a new band out of
some AI generated video of them in concert.
I'm going to take
out of the
challenge
Netherlands.
on that,
People
man.
think it's like a Eurovision shit. I'm telling you.
I'm going to take the challenge on that.
What's that?
I'm going to do that. Watch.
You should. Listen, you create this and you put it out there. And keep in mind, you got every song, before you put every song out, this is something that, you're a perfectionist. So when it's perfect, you do it. You put it out, you save them, and you put it out as an album. Now,
just
you
to
have
see what the hell happens. That's so cool.
But wait a second. You go to don't create a video yet. Get pictures, and you're putting pictures up of the album. You're putting pictures up of the individual people on the album.
You know how they have that band, The Warning, and So Girls? I will have a band called The Caution.
Maybe go to Suno's brother
or something, right?
And create a short video, like 15-second videos. They're intros to the song. Buy the song, look at my 15-second intro. We're real people. We're not saying we're not. We're not saying we're real. We're not saying we're fake. But enough to get interest, enough to get, There are, I want to say it's like a country singer that people don't realize it's AI. Somebody's doing something like this similar, but instead make this your goal, make this your motivation. I might do this as well. I might create a band.
Maybe I'll purposely tell people.
Hey, we'll go on tour, man. Hey, we'll go on tour. We'll go on AI tour.
Maybe I'll play on the trope.
Tour. Yes,
maybe I'll play on the trope that my band is robots, like they're cyborgs.
Wait a second, and then Chris will open up for us. And he
the caution.
Now,
I'll have the caution open up.
Chris, have you actually seen the actual heavy metal robots that tour?
I've seen some videos of some robots.
I think I know what you're talking
go
about.
Go on YouTube and just type in heavy metal robot band. And the guy who invented this is freaking amazing. These things, I mean, they got like mohawks but they're really playing these instruments.
Imagine if you've got AI doing these performances through these humanoid or metal bodies. I'm telling you, there's such a big thing here. So you create a band, create amazing songs, have a theme, have a story behind them. Like, we're just kids that used to play together, and now we keep, now we live life and make songs and music together. You're not saying you're not real. You're not saying you are.
The
They only
precaution,
tour hologram.
the alarm,
They
red
only
alert,
And
tour
so-
the hologram.
red alert. I like red alert.
And then you could
Is
do and then
yeah,
you could do
yeah.
videos. Remember, you're gonna have to be really specific. You take all these characters, you're gonna have all these pictures and remind your program constantly what everybody looks like. But do like there's two members doing like a TikTok, or two of the members of the band singing together 15 seconds of the song. 15 seconds of like we are the world. I don't know, kiss
Right.
my ass. Whatever.
Behind the scenes before our concert,
Right.
Right.
And
Here we are on
something?
stage, yeah.
That right there, that's marketing
Totally
genius.
take that.
It's not taking advantage of people. You're bringing them good music. You're bringing them something that you have curated and pretty much written. So,
It's
but you're
no
writing
different
it
than
now
going and
as
watching a
them.
Broadway play, man. That's one of the things I
Or a
loved about
cartoon.
like Iron Maiden. That was one of the first shows I ever seen, and that Power Slave, and the whole stage changed as they're playing certain songs. The stage would change, and I mean the theatrics in this stuff were amazing, and that's one of the things you love to go see.
That's true.
I don't know if any of you ever watched.
Kiss used to have amazing fire shows. Way before
I went to
Vegas
Vegas and watched Circus du Soleil, and the Circus du Soleil out in was amazing. I mean, they had this the whole floor dropped out, and they had like cushions and stuff down below, but they were jumping off into like this fog, and you thought they were hitting the floor. I mean, it was just amazing the stuff that they were doing, the theatrics. So I mean, people go. A lot of people think, oh, you want to go see a band play. Look at right now. Look at the Sphere. People go mainly.
Well, the Sphere is insane.
I mean,
look, and that's where you do one of these AI performances.
Mm-hmm.
Look, it's and that right. You're right. People are paying to go to the Sphere, which is in Vegas. It's a big circle in the middle of Vegas. That is the most electric, on fire, digital wonderland of an experience.
Yeah. Yeah, the problem is now Vegas is dying, man. They've got a lot of problems financially.
Well, that was coming. I mean, because
the mob
they've been taking
man.
well, yeah, the mob, but it's not that they've been taking advantage of people. Like the whole let's go gambling and we could win money, that disappeared. And people stopped going, other than your die-hard gamblers, but you're not going to keep a city going by die-hard gamblers.
But see, that was the mentality of the mobsters. The mobsters wanted it to take the money in so they can launder their money through it.
But you make money on the long run. I know, and I know why they were doing it, but you make money on the long run, and sometimes you got to long game some of that shit.
They were giving people back stuff, and people were coming in for $29 a night and stuff like that. People love that shit. So
I remember I stayed in Vegas for like years ago for like it was like $29 a night at like the Golden. It was like the Golden Nugget. Fucking party.
Man, Vegas was a blast.
Blind, dude. Back then, the hotels were parties. You go to the hotel, you're gambling, you're partying, you're drinking. Back then, I drank. You drink, you'd smoke, you do a little bit of everything. But that's a lot of years ago. We're not going to get into that. There were some crazy nights. Nights. I mean, right now they're like flashbacking right now through the head, and I'm just going, I forgot about that. And that's wild. Like when you start talking about shit. And then you get like flashes of shit. You're like, oh, wow. Yeah, that happened. I mean, so it's funny how like you don't forget it, but something back there is like shooting it to the foreground. But yeah, Vegas is dying. It's not, and it's a shame because
it is such a fun town.
It really is. It really is. As long as you don't see the underbelly, the homelessness, the lack of jobs, the terrible climate, the over corporatization, which is really not. It's disguising the mafia.
Yeah.
So it's not a place you want to get stuck. It's
No.
a place you want to party, but not anymore really. Nevada is kicking back up a little bit more. Like you go to like Reno.
Oh yeah.
Reno has like transformed. Reno is turning into half as shitty as from what it used to look like, and has a lot of development. Reno's a rough place, but you got some beautiful resorts out there.
Tahoe now.
Tahoe is
Tahoe's
incredible.
awesome. I stayed up in Incline Village in Tahoe, and that place is awesome.
Tahoe, you can gamble. Tahoe, you can ski. Tahoe, it's beautiful. It's beautiful, and it's much higher dollar clientele. Reno is much lower dollar, but they've been in development. But again, you're smack dab in the desert, man.
Well, I stayed at a timeshare there. So.
What, in Reno?
Yeah, up in Tahoe, up in Incline Village.
Oh, I bet that was nice.
It was really cool, man. You could open the windows up, and you could smoke a joint, and the clouds would come through the house. You were so high up, the clouds would come right through the house.
Really?
It was
that's
trippy.
Pretty wild. That is trippy. That is like, did that cloud just come through the window, man? Shit. It's amazing. No, actually,
You're up
right.
at a higher
Like the
altitude.
fog of it, you get that fog of it into the house if you leave the window open. And
well, for the first week you're there, you're kind of getting used to the
acclimated
climate.
to the height.
Yeah, because man, I'm from Florida, so you go up there and you're 5,000 feet up. So it's
Yeah,
pretty crazy.
it would be very difficult for me to breathe. I have a canister of air, and when I've been performing or talking for a couple of hours, it does get a little heavy on my chest. I'm getting a little old, so I take a pop of some pure oxygen, and I'm like, okay, I feel good. It's called Boost.
Cans?
Yeah, the Boost
Oh,
cans.
I love it.
Love
Yeah,
them.
they're great.
They've got them at
I use
Walmart
them- I
now
use them before
in the
shows.
camping section.
Yeah, I use them for the shows. They're great.
It's like I can't describe what it is, but it's like it just opens up your head, it opens up your chest.
Lars
If
from Metallica, before he goes on and plays, he's got an oxygen tank. He sits there and breathes pure oxygen to kind of
really,
get into his lungs. So it helps out,
Listen, it helps out. It's like,
especially
pretty
when you're
cool,
the
though.
singer. So
well, look, he's getting older. Look, I've seen him perform.
yeah.
I've seen him perform. I've seen him perform twice. Actually, was it three? No, maybe three. There was the Horde Fest. If that takes me back. If anybody remembers the Horde Fest, that was a festival that was going all around the nation. The
I
Horde
was in
Fest,
Atlanta.
9 Inch Nails was part of it. Red Hot Chili Peppers was part of it. Head like a hole, black as
Believe it
a
or
soul. I'd rather die than give you control. Bow down. Okay, there was 9 Inch Nails, people. I love them. And then Guar wasn't part of that. What?
Ours was a little different in Atlanta, but we had the Horde Fest there too.
Right, and
I think we had the
Bush
Black
came in,
Rose.
Lenny Kravitz.
Yeah. I saw one of my favorite bands at they're real inspirational. It's a group, they're Navajo, and they're called Red Thunder. And they sing a lot of stuff in traditional Navajo, a lot of drum beats. Really cool band. They support the Morning Star organization.
Okay.
Which is a really cool organization that helps Native Americans and stuff out there with their educations and everything like that. So they're
hey, look,
they're
any
pretty cool
organizations that are recognizing and helping these tribes, and that's such an important thing because we need to be able to see beyond the reservations. We need to be able to see that all of this land is really theirs, and we are. But life has changed. Look, I was living for a while in Cherokee, North Carolina, And so you really learn the Cherokee people.
Yeah. One of the saddest things is the actual native languages are disappearing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, look, we just lost one of the last of the Navajo riders from World War II. You know, because they were using Navajo language for code. So
that's interesting you bring that up, because I was just thinking like how artisanal trades that don't get passed down because, you know, the current generation doesn't think that's cool, or like, okay, for example, people who do the hay roofs, the roofs that are made of hay, and the way they create them and tuft them, and these are amazing. These like amazing cottage styled roofs, and these things last for like 30 years.
They're thatch, aren't they?
Thatch, that's it. Thank you. I'm sitting here, I'm like, there's a word, Oren, there's a word. Thatched roofs. But the trade isn't being pushed down because nobody wants to learn. Nobody wants to learn how to do thatched roofing. And so an entire culture, an entire history is disappearing. Just like a language, an entire language. That's I guess the slow disappearance of culture, of people, of individuality. We just keep swallowing it up.
It happens by decades, I think. I mean, look at the 70s, the 60s, evolution of the decades as they change. In the 60s, you had bell bottoms, man. They were big time, right?
They came
back.
The
70s, they were still there. The 80s, if you wore bell bottoms, you were made fun of. Then the 90s came around, and they damned if they didn't come back. So,
and bell bottoms are even still back right now to a degree. The small flare is like a hot thing. So the mini bell bottom, the mini bell. It's the mini bell. I don't think they call it that. We're gonna call it the mini bell. It's the mini bell. We're gonna coin it, the mini bell. But no, history repeats itself. Things repeat themselves. Everything comes back. My growing up, my music style was alternative rock, things like Bush, you know, 9 Inch Nails. I loved Bush. I thought they were great. Let me see. It's like my brain. Oh, Front 242.
Big Pearl Jam, man.
Pearl Jam. Did love Pearl Jam. Loved Audio Slave. Yeah. Audio Slave, which is
you got Mother Love Bone and all them.
Mother Love Bone.
Auto Slave is
and you said
Chris
Pearl
Cornell.
Jam. Chris Cornell. I loved Chris Cornell. You know,
me too.
Probably one of the most powerful voices of a generation. He took a piece of rock and roll with him. When he died, he took a piece of rock and roll with him because, you know, I am the highway. Look up Chris Cornell.
Life is the highway.
No, not
not
Life is the Highway. No, you know, he was more, I am the highway. Yeah, I mean, he just very powerful. You know,
the one that him and Eddie, Hunger Strike that him and Eddie Vedder did was one of the such a great, powerful song. You know, talking, you know, about how their mouths are full and just, I mean, it's just a great song.
Yeah, I remember that. Wow, that takes me back. And those were great. Look, music meant something. Music was a story. And it's something that we've kind of lost in our 15-second society. Music used to mean something. And I know I go back and I listen basically 85%, 90% of what I listen to would be like 2000s and back. 2000s and back. You know, I listen to a couple of stuff here and there. There's some really great artists. There's There's and I can't name them. I can't name anybody right now because the brain's not in that part of its braining.
What back in alternative rock, like
alternative rock,
like
right?
Holy shit!
Like remember Live? Wait, do you remember Live? Whatever happened to Live?
Oh yeah, Live.
Yeah, Live was like genius. I used to listen. When they were in their college days, is when I heard them, and they were freaking amazing.
It's all marketing.
No, they
what you think about it, man? Like I said, time repeats itself. I mean, look at the 80s, okay? Because I grew up in the 70s and 80s. 80s as a young teenager in the early 80s, and so at that moment in time, you had a lot of European music coming over that was electronic.
How old are you?
May 57.
Okay, all right. So you're definitely a little bit older than me, but in that, you're right. So you're talking about you're there enjoying that revolution of change with the European music.
Yeah, there was a lot of digital music then, but then that music faded out, and hair bands came in. Then you had grunge, alternative music,
but you had this pop.
And now
pop became that European influence.
Heavy metal never got
digital music
like
coming back.
Seagulls.
Digital music's huge.
Yes, EDM,
You know?
Dubstep.
Oh yeah,
listen,
heavy metal never.
I was a dubstep DJ. That was my music. I loved dubstep and
in the
electronica.
80s.
You know,
in the 80s,
dance,
Cowboy.
trance.
You remember Cowboy in the 80s? Heavy metal never got airplay on MTV. Really, it got like a half hour, an hour. Headbangers.
You had to wait
Saturday.
You had to wait till late.
Yeah, you had to wait till Headbangers Ball.
Right.
And that's funny you say that because I'm friends with Ricky Rackman on Facebook, who basically started Guns N' Roses when they were just doing like house cover bands or cover music. They were playing at his bar, the Cat House in LA. Okay. Yeah.
Huh.
And
it's crazy
so,
where things start and where people start. Yeah, and a little direction from one person and things can blow up.
Oh yeah. So yeah, 80s music, you could really see the change as the hair band. I kind of refer to it more as the Sunset Strip Club, you know, that whole era. There was just a bunch of friends that one would make it and they'd bring the others in. They helped each other get there.
And you're right, and it was a huge party. That was the mentality, life kind of party mentality. But at the same time that was going on, you had shit like Flock of Seagulls. You had things like Duran Duran, you know, Hungry Like the Wolf. And this is all coming in basically at the same time.
You know the lead singer that had the hair?
Yeah,
he lives in the Villages.
Seriously?
Yeah, he lives in the Villages. Crazy. He does shows down there all the time.
Really? Well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool. That's neat. That's fun. That is funny.
Yeah, there's a lot of people around here.
That's the music of like that. You know, a lot of them were one-hit wonders. You know, I mean, you had Boy George, and what was the other one? Spin me, you spin me right round, baby, right round, like a record, baby, right round, round, round.
I know the song. I can't remember his name. One of my favorite was that song by that band Aha, where "Take on Me," where he was in the cafe doing the cartoon. He was an
iconic
artist.
Song now.
And the video is amazing.
Back then, back then, when that's what it was all about was videos, that was so high tech. Like, that was so on point. People were like, oh, wow. And they were basically a one-hit wonder. Boingo Boingo, I mentioned them before. They had like 2 hits. And then they had a bunch of songs that sounded like their other songs.
MTV was kind of weird because, like Chris was saying, if you wanted to hear a hair band or something like that, you had to wait till Saturday night after midnight when Headbangers Ball came on. And otherwise, you've seen these other bands that came out that that were more popish, like Warrant with Cherry Pie or things like that. You'd see that all day long on there.
Sweet surprise.
But it was kind of a different time. I mean, it's kind of blending a lot of that together. It was weird.
But it is a blend. But that's the thing. That's right there, and that's where I'm saying music had so many crossovers. You know, during that time, that was like the, you know, you had two different styles, but alternative rock was kind of born, and you had this. I don't know, you like In Excess. In Excess, I can't say they were rock. They were more indie. You know, never tear us apart. Boom, 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 boom. We could live for 1,000 years. If I hurt you, I may cry 1,000 tears. So no, I mean, and that was and like, all right, In Excess. You know, you've got, I mean, these are bands that weren't quite rock and roll.
Michael Hutchinson, though, is amazing. I mean, there's one of the songs off of the Lost Boys soundtrack was We're Gonna Have a Good Time Tonight that he did with, I can't remember who he played it with, but if you listen to that song on YouTube, just look up the Lost Boys track and it'll have it in there. Fabulous song. I mean, Michael Hutchinson was an artist. I mean, a true artist. That's a lot of that stuff. I mean, it's crazy to see. You see a lot of one-hit wonders come through, but some of these guys stick around and just keep pumping stuff out.
But that's the thing. Some of them really
that's
put
just
together
a magical touch. Yeah. I mean, look at Steven Tyler, for instance. I mean, he's still doing things. He did a country album, all I think.
Really?
And I mean,
and you're right. But he's still pumping out at his age with that energy. You know, that's something really to be applauded.
But I mean some of the lyrics he wrote were some of the most phenomenal lyrics out there. I mean, he's just a great writer. But there's other bands that I follow, of course, too. One of my favorite people of all time is David Gilmour. He's one of my favorite guitarists besides Jerry Garcia, of course.
You know, man, I heard that talk this morning. Somebody else said somebody else. Somebody else said somebody else. I was listening to a conversation about guitarists. And they're like, you know, you got Eric Clapton, you got Jimi Hendrix, you got this, you got that. But there was another guy, something Beck.
Jeff.
Right.
Jeff Beck.
Because he's constantly evolving. And this guy's like, listen, back in the days, I'd say this guy was like the. So he continues evolving. So he's gone from like the best when I felt then to now. Would he be the best? Yes. By this and there was different arguments. There were some very interesting artists they brought up. But yes, guitarists. Eric Clapton's great with blues. B.B. King. Yeah, I mean, B.B. King is amazing with this style of rock and roll or soul rock and roll. And
that's what I love about them. They all have their own technique. You can sit back and listen and say, oh, hey, that's Clapton. You know, oh, hey, that's Jimmy Page.
You could pick it exactly, and you could pick it up sometimes. But they're masters of their trade. They are masters of what they do. Far. But if you are looking at one person, one guitarist, because look, I've watched people on the Tiki-Taki Insta-Chachi, and there's one guy that he plays drums on his guitar, plays an entire symphony, spins the fucking thing around, and then it's like he's, I don't know, he's turned it into a cello, and then he turned it back again, and he's still keeping a beat. Look, and it's amazing. It sounds amazing. Now, he is a master of his craft, but he's like, you know, it's a showpiece, and the guitar is something that you make sing. And he makes it play. He beats the shit out of it. He fucks his guitar up. He's like, somebody needs to call like an agency on him. Like, and be like, are you okay? Do you want to press this? But he's amazing. Amazing. Yeah. And can play.
Let me ask you a question. You just said something about a cello. Have you ever heard of the two cellos?
The two
Go
female
to you.
cellos,
Yeah. Look, no, it's called. Yeah. Go on YouTube and type in two cellos.
and
These guys do a
they played.
version of Metallica. I will. Oh no, it was Thunder by AC/DC,
Thunder.
and it's they start out. They're sitting in this Victorian setting, and they're playing these cellos, and then it's just it. You got to watch it. It'll blow your mind.
What a
You'll be like,
great
man,
song.
wow, these
Now that's in the
guys are
back of my
just
head.
phenomenal. Yeah, the
Now that's
two
in the back of my
cellos.
head. I just want to let everybody know we're coming up to our 3-hour cutoff. I have to do this. Headbangers Ball. But no, and that's let me see. Was the highlight of my weekend. You know, my highlight of my weekend, I just want to let you know, was Elvira. Elvira and the late Friday night, or was it? Yeah, it was the late Friday night creep show type of thing. And there was another presenter as well that just made late night creepy shit really exciting. Let me see. The
I
first
remember
show,
Elvira. I remember
Metal
sitting up
Core,
watching Elvira, man. I remember
Metalcore
that.
nut ever
Yeah, I
since,
gotta tell you,
ever since,
she
ever
still
since.
looks damn
Check
good
it out.
for her age.
Some time. Electronic air purifier that's pocket size
Does she?
for sleep apnea and all that use. Really, that sounds interesting. I was just catching up on some comments really quickly. No, I just want to remind everybody we've hit our 3-hour mark. Thank you for coming to Highly Motivated. Thank you for bringing your energy. Thank you for being you and joining this authentic journey of everybody, of yourself. We are in wild times. I just want to. I don't want to be like Jerry Springer used to. Jerry Springer used to have like a closing paragraph. I don't want to be like Jerry Springer with a closing paragraph. But I want to remind you on tonight. I didn't do my spoken word. I had a spoken word, Fighting for Tomorrow. It's a beautiful piece. I think I'm just going to record it separately and just funnel it out there. But, you know, Fighting for Tomorrow. It's a big deal. I'm going to put it out later. We need to all fight for tomorrow. We need to all fight for another day, another breath, another moment. Never stop the
Oh yeah.
fight. Not fighting with your fists, not fighting violence. It's fighting with your energy, fighting with your spirit, with your divine self. So
Right
you,
there with yourself. That's take on everything.
right. Look, and this show is a reminder to you, to all of you, everyone, everywhere. You are the magic that creates every single day. You are the magic. You keep that magic alive. You keep that flame burning super bright. It's up to you. Every single day, you are amazing. And I thank you. I thank everybody from everywhere for tuning into the show, even for 5 minutes, 1 minute, 30 seconds. It doesn't matter. You found us. And now it will never be the same. You'll always be pulled back. No,
Gotcha.
you know, that's what the show is. It's just a reminder that you are the energy, the power. You are what makes this show amazing. And look, last episode, we had gotten really bad news about Angie's dad, some sudden news right before the show. And I really couldn't even pull off the show. The show was, my energy was zzz, like I don't even know what I'm doing.
How
And
is he
today
doing?
it's a lot better.
Yeah, I meant to ask you
So
how
an
he was doing.
update, and I want to that's what I'm saying. So everybody's energy, and I asked everybody to think of him, send positivity, send frequency, whatever you send good stuff to Bill or William Reesner. Mentally, that's how you do it. And send the good vibes. So the bleeding, the bleeding has stopped.
Good.
He's in intensive care, but he is awake and smiling. And he didn't talk for a good portion of the day. So he's awake and just smiling. So he could be hallucinating. He started talking and the words were clear,
That was a good thing.
but it's a good thing he's
Always a
talking.
good sign.
It's a good
Yeah.
sign. Now, there might have been significant bleeding in the brain. So we are awaiting more results, but regardless, he's alive and he's
Yeah.
going to continue to live. And I said to everybody, he's going to pull through. He may not be the same, but he'll be the same. We'll see him the same. Very good, strong man that's worked hard his whole life for his family, who sacrificed everything, who has stayed in the house and taken 6 different fucking mortgages just to pay for everybody's whatever you need. So, good man, trying hard in
Yeah.
life to please so many people. So, he's having a problem and he's in the hospital and we don't know what's going to happen. So we're on pins and needles for more information as we go along in this process. But positive note, he's okay.
No.
I mean,
We got our positive vibes, brother.
moving forward, everybody. Just want to let you all know. I know we're closing out the show here. Again, don't forget Tallahassee Gold Flower Cannabis, a medical cannabis provider in the state of Florida. Gold Flower, got to have a medical card. Tallahassee Capital. They've got a store in Tally. Look them up. Gold Flower Cannabis, Tallahassee, Florida. And the grand opening will be on the 20th. Big grand opening. Fantastic. Look, they are like known for like the best prices on grand openings and the most swag and the most goodies. And again, their product, the hand trimming is such a night and day difference. Their buds are absolutely delicious and gorgeous. And that really matters. And it matters because how they grow it, what they put in there, what they don't put in there. So, anyways, the 20th, that's going to be going on. We are still putting together the Ganji Fest, Be Your Own Ganji, brought to you by Oraganji.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of Ganjis there. And the setback of one location is not going to hold us back. I am going to go check out the Heartland soundstage. I saw some pictures recently, and it looked pretty good. They have a big field where people can be. So I am open. It is a contained festival. So again, it's a very
Let me know.
interesting option. I really kind of like it, but I would also rather something a little more off the beaten path. I'm still waiting for a hemp farm to get back to me. If you're out there, hemp farm, I just want to let you know that I'm open to your energy coming back for suggestion for let's play with some ideas back and forth. I'm here. I'm open to talk. I'm open to chit chat. See, I'm putting that out in the universe. I'm not expecting anything. I'm really not even looking for it. I'm just telling those that might listen that it might benefit you, might benefit me. Email me back already. Oh my God. But that right there, see, that would be needing. That would be wanting. Instead, just putting it out there and saying, hey, I don't expect anything. And what comes will come. And,
It might go viral with an AI.
And it might. And I'm just putting it out there in the universe that I need a hemp field in Florida to help advance the festival, Ganji Fest, for next year, which is a 420 and Earth Day celebration. And I'm telling you, I am so excited at the possibilities of this. I'm plotzing. I'm exploding. So excited. Like, oh my God. Okay. I just had to, And now this week is my daughter's birthday. She turns 20. My old daughter will turn 20. I'm going to be like crying all week, I think. I think all week I'm going to be crying. All week I'm going to be like, I remember when you so smiling. I remember when your head was spinning, pea soup was shooting out. Oh my God, it was amazing. Okay.
Yeah, mine just turned 20.
Oh, did she? Mine's about to turn 20. I'm not going to tell you when her birthday is. We're going to leave that out.
I'm a creepy old man, so I can't talk about it.
Well, let me tell you, my daughter is quite the
glamorous, fantastic woman.
No, I wouldn't. No, a witch. No, I wouldn't call
That's
her a
always
witch.
good.
I wouldn't call her a witch because you'll lose like a leg or some shit. It'd be crazy, and you'd be like, "What the fuck are you?" Like, look, I warned you.
She'll
God,
give
this
me
is
a voodoo
crazy.
doll.
You say something she doesn't like, she'll be like, "Yeah, no, I'm not. No, she wouldn't dare. She's a
Oh, the
very sweet
Wrath of
girl."
Women. It's something I'm familiar with. Yes.
I don't know. Do I have a lot of listeners? I don't think I do. I don't know if I want to say it. So she was the first baby girl born in Texas. On uh 6 6 2006, and while she was being born, the movie The Omen, or I think its equivalent, was was advertising on all screens of our private room, and they couldn't quite get these off the screen,
So okay,
so
you
they had
remember
to let
the
it
That's
play
hilarious.
while my wife was giving birth to my daughter. And
soundtrack in The Omen?
it was, which one? They were all creepy. Oh yeah. Creepy, so creepy, so creepy. So,
Oh,
and
that's
in
funny.
that, no, but I really believe, but the Chinese say that it's a very lucky day. So I go with what the Chinese say, because if not, when her head was spinning and pea soup was shooting out, and she was speaking in Latin that one time, and she doesn't know Latin, you dismiss things. You dismiss things,
2001:
and
The
then
Space Odyssey was like that's it.
no, I love her. I love her very much, and she's an amazing girl. What a day,
Hey,
numbers
it,
should not, they
it's
shouldn't,
when she looks at you and says, "Get out." That's
So she does.
when you worry.
She's a very spirited young lady. And I say that everywhere we've gone, I believe we've been haunted because of her. No, look, you want to know some Orient authenticity here? Every one of, like, look, we don't go outside at night. We don't go outside at night because we think there's a fucking skinwalker. And if anybody knows what a
Skinwalker.
look,
Fucking Skinwalker.
Cowboy was just on my land, and we were looking at the 52. And listen, I don't know if he felt some energy, but at one point we were walking, and he looks at me and goes, "Shit, man, I gotta go." I'm like, "You gotta go." I gotta go. I gotta go. I don't know if it was like he got like a chill down his spine, but daytime, so everything should have been fine. No, look, it's if there's no light, you don't transful in where there's no light on the property because you might disappear. You might not. It's some wild shit. You'll hear voices
It's
at
funny.
night. You'll hear.
When we first moved here, I took my wife out, and it's right in Denellen. It's not far from here. It's probably about 30-minute ride. But I took her down the road that Jeepers Creepers was filmed on.
Jeepers Creepers. Oh wow, it's so creepy.
Yeah, the guy who wrote it lives out there. But yeah, they filmed it all right there on the road that's probably by the high school. It's the old building, the church, and all that stuff was still there up until a few years ago. It burned down.
Really?
Yeah.
That's wild. That's wild. That is
Yeah.
that movie was creepy.
Yeah.
Like the movie,
oh
for
my
me, the movie was like there was something else going on. Like they were touching on some crazy shit.
Yeah.
That
Jeepers Creepers
felt way
was
too
crazy.
realistic.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
Jeepers
there's a lot of prophetic.
ready to get
Well, I think there's a lot of
Jeepers.
prophetic stuff in some of these movies. And for example, and actually, let me close it with this. Look, currently, Steven Spielberg is releasing a movie. What is it? Age of Disclosure? Or no. What is this movie? The one they just came out. Something Disclosure. Okay. So in that, whatever the movie is, something Disclosure. Because there was something else that just came out, like Age of Disclosure, which was almost like a documentary. So now you have the documentary into the reality. This movie, he's trying to tell you something. And he just did a press conference about the movie. And he basically said, yes, there are aliens. Yes, I believe in these things. And he didn't go into too much detail, but watch the movie. And there are signals in everything. Read between the lines, people. You see, Barry. Everybody, welcome Barry Schaefer. Right onto the show too.
Barry.
Highly motivated. Welcome to the show. Good
Hey,
to have you here
everybody.
this evening.
I got to go.
Yeah, I
but
was just
much love to everybody. Thanks for everybody
hey,
watching.
Cowboy. Thank you again. Let's get together again soon. And
Call me when
you
you're
know,
going over there.
absolutely, because I would love to get your input. Thank you very much, by the way, for taking your time, dude. You're the most awesome. I know your time is so limited. And if you can't make it somewhere, but I know you want to be there too. I know it's like you love it, and I was like fantastic because your mind is churning, and
Oh, yeah.
you
I love that
as a musician, there's a certain energy that people are looking for, and you already know what you're looking for. This is what
shit.
we're presenting. I love that when you see it. This is a great spot. This is what we need. That's easy.
Oh,
This
yeah.
will present in a very nice way. Because I want this 420 event to be very classy at the same time. Classy, people. Classy. Very classy. Okay. Anyways, listen, we've gone over our 5 hours. We've gone over our 3 hours. And Barry, I'm sorry you just got here. Sorry, not sorry. But watching the repeat because it's
Keep
been a
up the good work,
fantastic
Chris.
You
episode.
too, Cowboy.
What a great get
Always a
together. Thank you,
pleasure, man.
Chris. Thank you, Chris. Thank you,
Always
Cowboy.
a
Thank you,
pleasure. Thanks,
everybody.
Soren.
Thank you,
Yeah.
East Coast. Major Nugs, Major Ganji.
You too,
Always
East Coast.
absolutely
Yeah,
awesome.
all you
Got to get
guys.
you on the show more. We got to get the Major Ganji on the show more often.
Barry,
Um,
Goopy.
hey, Barry, listen, you're on LinkedIn. So send me a message to my my direct message on the Linky Winky, and I'll send you a link so you can jump right on the show, just like everybody else. And whenever you want during the show, jump right in. That's what the show is about. It's about jumping in onto the digital couch. We could take 10 people. I could do 10 people on the screen. 10 people. I want to do it. I want
That's
to try it.
awesome, man.
I want to get 10 people on the screen. Let's see if we can do it. Let's see if we can get 10 people
Get New
smoking
Zealand and
and highly
Australia in
motivated.
here, man.
What, King's Wish
Get
420?
New Zealand in here.
Yeah, we should. We should get
That'd
Red.
be cool as hell.
We should get
Yeah.
Toxic. We should get Toxic. We should get everybody on. But Barry, send me a message. Not that I'm going to forget. I could forget. I might forget. Not that I'm going to forget, but it's easier this way. It's just easier. So send me a message, and I'll send you a link, and you're welcome every time, anytime. I would love to get the guy
You guys,
from
much love,
Tallahassee
y'all.
back on the show.
Later, y'all. Much love.
I'd love to get the Bud Tender College guy back
All right,
on
I'm going to
the
jump too,
show.
Aaron. Thanks
Hey,
for
thank
another
you.
good podcast.
You're awesome, dude. Chris, you're fantastic. Have an excellent,
You're
excellent
awesome
week.
too, Aaron. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
too.
you.
Bye.
And that's what it is, guys. We're going into an amazing week. We're going into great energy. And I'm excited for everybody. This is going to be a good week. I'm going to be busy this week. Many people are busy this week. I'm reminding you to go check out Goldflower Cannabis if you're in the Florida area and you have a medical card. You should be checking out the fantasticness of Goldflower. Here on the podcast, Highly Motivated, me, I'm Oraganji. We are putting together magic coming in the future. This year, we're going to have a smaller function, but a cannabis holiday event. A cannabis holiday event. And then next year, for 420, or the weekend before 420, we will have the Ganji Fest. Be your own Ganji. So how cool is that going to be? How amazing we're going to put all that together. I'm excited. Okay, that's a lot happening, and I have to go. Okay, what is today? Sunday. Wednesday. I will see you all Wednesday. Remember, Friday, Sunday, Wednesday, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard on all the same places that you catch me now, but you could probably catch me on a few others. Look up Highly Motivated with Oraganji, and you are there. You are in. Also, we had the link. You could follow me, but we had the link a little while ago, which was great. And the link was basically right there. Be all in. Join the Ganji community on Discord. So if you want to be part of that magic, it's right there on the bottom of my screen. Thank you again, East Coast Visual Media, Major Ganji, Major Nugs, for bringing that flavor, the organization, that communication, that platform for people to be able to chitty chat chats, chitty chat chat. Okay, I'm done. Okay, done.